Hello and welcome to Real Discussion, not just another movie podcast review channel on the internet, but the best movie podcast review channel on the internet. Today we have Chris.
Everybody's favorite black-white guy, Damien.
Zoli.
The Blade. Corey.
Who adds titles onto other people's names.
Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure he never forgets who he is.
But first of all, before we start...
This world's crazy. He can lose sight of that.
I know, but before we start, this podcast almost didn't happen today. Because I almost did not have a car to get here.
What happened? Did you make it?
No, I didn't make it. We're fucked.
Damn.
Fuck. I guess we'll have to film it.
I wonder what happened.
So my car got a leak in it, and I managed to patch it
I think
up.
we know the ending to the story already.
Is it the vegetable?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Rip.
But it turns out there was more wrong with that tire than I thought, so it blew out on I-20. Here's a fun fact about I-20. It's called the Murder Highway.
That's not fun.
I mean, it is 75 fucking miles an hour, bro.
Yeah. So, no, that was the one, and this is where Damien's going to be ashamed of me, because after I pulled over, tires blown out. Of course, it's on the side where I would have to be...
Did you call Zuli to go change your tire for you, bro?
Fuck no, I have insurance. I got it towed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bro,
I literally told you when you sent us the picture to fucking change the goddamn tire.
But insurance is like A-list. It's free. Use it.
It is free when Damien pays for it, for sure.
Yeah. Damien.
Half of Corey's life is free.
Damien.
On my tab.
Here's the
I don't
thing.
know why when I became
Hey,
Corey's
if you
dad.
get story time, I have a story I want to tell at the movies. It broke my
Here's
heart.
the thing. Here's
I
the
don't know
thing,
when I
Damien.
became
Hold
Corey's
on.
dad,
Here's the
but-
thing, Damien. Think about it. My insurance, I get towing for free. Why not fucking use it?
Oh, goddamn.
Why the fuck not?
Why didn't you use it in the first place instead of trying to kill yourself?
You can
on
already
I-20?
tell this discussion about this movie is going to go off the fucking rails.
But anyways,
Just like the movie was.
the first tow truck service I tried to call was Campbell's.
Chicken noodle soup? I know them. They're pretty good. I wouldn't say they're the best soup on the market.
No.
Literally
Don't drag
like
Campbell's
the
down
worst
with this
fucking
group.
soup. Literally
Don't
the
drag
worst.
Campbell's down with this.
I was going to say they're
Literally the
I was going
worst.
to give them like a 5.
They're like Ken's Pizza
Out of 10.
out of like pizza places.
Hey, you can't just name drop places like that, bro.
I will say Campbell's towing.
We're in Tyler, Texas, by the way.
Damn, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Ken's Pizza is better
In
than
case
CC's
all 12 of
Pizza.
you subscribers
Hold
who are Corey's family didn't know.
Ken's Pizza is better than CC's Pizza,
Oh,
right?
no.
Yeah.
hell
Oh, yeah.
No, CC's
Oh.
was better.
Yeah,
I never
you're
thought I'd say
smoking.
CC's was better than
You're
Burger
smoking.
King.
The only thing good about Ken's was the macaroni and cheese when I went
That's
there.
Okay.
That's cap.
But,
because it's ass.
So I called Campbell's, and at first I tell them where I am, and the first thing she tells me is, there's going to be a wait before someone can come out there. And I'm like, oh, okay, how long's the wait? Then there's silence, and then she goes, never, no one is coming, I lied, I am the only one, I'm on call only for the immediate area around Tyler. And I was like, oh.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you could have started the conversation with that. Oh, it gets better, Corey. It
So
gets
it was
better.
Campbell's? Was it like the Chef Boyardee commercials where it's like rolling out to your
Did she
car?
actually say that?
Yeah, she's like, I'm the only one on call, and just for the immediate area. And I was like, I kind of wish I knew that before. And then I asked her this. I was like, well, can you recommend another towing service? And she goes, no.
Damn.
So they won't come get me. They won't recommend another.
The Crow, boy, that's the only one that fucking works in Tyler is the Crow.
The Crow?
Yeah,
Wasn't
No.
that a movie?
Yeah. We're not diving down that, Corey. Focus.
Damn good movie.
So then I hung up with them, and I called a place called Isaac's Record Service.
It's getting remade.
Yep.
Evidently, they're magical because they just like have computer banks in NASA or something. They just found me right away, came and got me, and then this is where the tow truck driver fucks with me as we're driving back to Tyler because he was pointing out like skid marks on the road and stuff. He's like, you can tell what kind of wreck it was and stuff, and he points to one, and he's like, oh man, that one was recent. It only happened last Tuesday, and they already have a cross up. They worked really fast. And I
Bro,
was
he's a better detective than Batman.
yeah, I looked
Shit.
at him. I was like, holy shit, you can tell all that from a skid mark? You should
And then he looked at the skid marks in your pants and was like, this wreck's happening tonight.
This
And
accident
he got
just
the lube
happened.
out. Yeah.
No, and I was like, you should work for CSI or something. And he looks at me and he starts laughing and he's like, no, I'm just fucking with you. I worked that wreck last week. That's how I know it happened on Tuesday. And I told him, I was like, you're a better person than me. I would have fucked with me the rest of the way to Tyler. And then as soon as you dropped me off, turned around, looked at me, and gone, I'll see you real soon. Because that would have scared the fuck out of me. Because I would be like, damn, Rain Man knows I'm about to wreck.
Yeah.
I would have thought, damn, dude. I would have been like, I think I just met that dude from the Final Destination movies,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the mortician. I think I just met
I
this
said,
guy.
when, in your culture, what do you call him? I think it was like Don Quixote or something like that.
Don Quixote?
Ain't that the guy who says love poems with a big ass nose?
That's the.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it Spanish? The Spanish
Spanish?
story.
I don't know. It's your culture. You tell me.
That-
I don't know.
In case anybody was wondering, we will be doing video in like a couple months, I believe.
Shit.
Corey, do not be surprised, is white as can be.
I'm gonna wear.
He is mayonnaise.
The whole ass leprechaun.
He is the whitest
Hitler
motherfucker
would
you will
approve.
ever see. Yes, he is the white devil.
But anyways,
Hey, I'll wear my special costume for the first day of video.
after that special
Your
introduction,
homeschool
It's not a
uniform.
ghost costume, I'll tell you
Your
that.
homeschool uniform.
we are here today to talk about Renfield.
Did Papa Hair, did he enforce uniform
actually,
rules?
hold on, no.
Damien's here to
Before
flirt with Corey.
before we start,
I'm ready to do our new
no,
podcast. Fuck this movie shit.
before we start the review on Renfield, I would like to retract a statement on the whale.
You gotta stop calling me that. I swear to God.
I had previously said that him being gay added nothing to the story. Yes, it did. If you make him not gay, the whole arc about the religious, like,
People.
well, you know, like his whole redemption arc with religion and shit, none of it would happen. Not that it mattered, because the guy was a fucking piece of shit anyways. But then the daughter wouldn't meet the guy, which would set in motion the ending of the movie. Yeah, it wouldn't work if he wasn't gay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
While we're on that note too, this is for you, Chase. Scream 6. We
Which
have to
Chase?
reference it at least once. Scream 6.
But listen,
Wait, Zuli?
since we're talking about the
bring
whale,
the same gay acceptance energy when Enid kisses Wednesday. Someday. Just
someday,
Thank you.
someday.
I'd be fine with it.
Listen, since we're talking about the whale, I'd just like to point out that it was our lowest viewed one we've done
It's
so
a
far.
niche movie.
Because
It's
the
a
movie was
niche movie.
shit.
It wasn't shit.
Nobody
It
wanted to hear
was
four idiots talk about it.
What happened?
Talk about it for an hour, just like nobody wanted to watch the piece of shit movie.
All right. Well, this is a record. We've made it 7 minutes in without introducing the movie.
Hell yeah.
So, today's movie is Renfield.
We actually did say that.
That did
Hey, we
know?
should argue about it to make it
And,
real.
and
Okay.
also, we're making a new podcast where we just talk
On a
about
separate
real
channel.
life.
It's
on a
called
separate
real
channel.
discussion,
Called
but
real
spelled
life.
like real.
It's,
We're gonna talk about
it's
real
gonna
life
be on the
things.
same exact channel.
No, it's a
Dating
new
advice.
channel. It's a new channel.
We're gonna
I'm
get
the one
dating
with the
advice.
YouTube passwords. It's gonna be the same channel.
It's
What if we start a union?
Well, Chris is kind of in control where it goes. I guess.
Renfield.
Renfield.
Yeah. So Renfield is the story of Dracula's familiar, and Dracula is also played
For any
by
homeschool
Nicolas
children out
Cage.
there that doesn't know what that means, he's basically a Dracula's slave.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say explain to the folks at home
Yeah.
what familiar is.
Explain to the guys at the compound and Jaden over there.
So
It means
have-
slave.
I have a more important question for everybody. What is your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
Oh,
I got mine already.
Okay, say it then.
The Left Behind 2014 remake.
that's bad.
Is that a Christian movie?
Yes, it is.
I
It is.
immediately thought of The Last of
It
Us
is.
DLC and got confused.
No, it is. It's a Christian movie.
Julie said
I
What's
mean,
yours?
it's obviously
The Color Out of Space.
it's obviously Ghost Rider.
Okay, all three.
Remember the Twinkie scene? That was
No,
great.
all three of you are
I never
wrong.
watched them. They were
Oh,
shit.
Vampire's Kiss.
That's not actually my pick.
Or are you gonna say The Wicker Man?
No, all of you are wrong.
Bees, not the bees.
Mine was
He's-
actually Kick-Ass.
Was it
You
Mona?
motherfucker, that's what I was about to
Mine
say.
was actually Kick-Ass. I loved all three of them. They were amazing.
There's only
And-
two of them.
And there,
There's only two kick-asses.
Damn, no, he's right. There's only two,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
There's 3 comics, but 2 movies, bitch.
He loved him
Now
so
explain-
much.
I loved all three comics that Nicolas
Hey,
Cage was
Hey,
in.
Now explain why
And
Nicolas
Damien's-
Cage's
and
character was
Damien's-
better in the movie than the comics.
Damien's homeschool mind, he made up a whole third movie. He's like, I've watched it. I swear I did.
What superhero and actor did Nicolas Cage imitate for the movie?
Batman.
Which Batman?
Shit. I mean, it would have
The
to be,
one that killed people.
It would
No,
have to
there
be,
was a specific Batman he copied to make it crazy.
Was it
the
daddy?
one that's coming back.
No, he copied Adam West.
Why would it be Adam West?
Because that was what he considered would be like the craziest
the
to just
fucking-
kill and then act like Adam West is Batman with the like.
And do the bat
yes,
dance?
You're doing good, young detective.
The fucking Kapow Boom Boom Bang.
Well, go back and watch his scenes with Hit Girl when he's talking to Kick-Ass.
Hey, not a lot of y'all know this.
Like Adam West's Batman.
Not a lot of y'all know this, but the Adam West Batman first episode aired
Why
in
is
1966.
why is Nicolas Cage so fucking weird, dude?
No, that's the point. He was doing audio from like some animated movie, and when he recorded his lines, he stopped. And the people were like, hey, that was great, but can you give us more Cage? And he was like, oh, you want the full Cage. And then he went back to recording and gave them exactly what they wanted with the full Cage. So, like, he's aware of it. Hollywood's aware of it.
Dude,
He was
I know one we had a
before.
review. The one where he's attacking his children. Y'all seen that one?
The Shining?
No, what? The Nicolas Cage movie where he loses his shit. Him and his wife just lose their shit and they just start attacking their children.
Was that
Newer one
Honey,
or
I
older one?
Attacked the Children?
Something like that. It has like a stupid name like that.
Was it a newer one or older one?
It's like maybe 5 years old now.
Well, I mean, newer. His older stuff was like action movies. Like, he used to do.
I think a lot of people would say like Leaving Las Vegas was like their favorite, or Con Air. Like,
Con Air was. I was gonna say Con
You know
Air,
what?
but I
Say
really
Con Air
no. I
right
actually
now.
I actually
Renfield
was
was my
really good,
favorite
too.
yeah
Nicolas
yeah
Cage
it was
movie.
funny.
Honestly,
Oh, it is
We should
fun.
talk about Renfield.
I'm trying to read. I haven't seen most of his
Hold on,
movies,
dude.
but every
Nicolas
movie
Cage
I've seen,
deserves
I
a
like.
podcast just for himself. All right. Hold on.
National
To be
Treasure.
fair,
I like
most
all
people
of
are
those.
coming to this movie for Nicolas Cage. Do not act like anyone else in that cast list. You went, oh my god, I'm here for Aquafina.
Nux from Fury Road was pretty cool.
You didn't like Beast?
Shang-Chi's
Fuck Beast.
assistant.
Beast
in
was
the
cool.
Shang-Chi
He
review was
forgot.
cool.
He's
His
not
name's
actually
Nicholas
Beast.
as well too.
I
Nicolas
really
Cage.
okay. The cat that played Beast, I kept thinking that was the kid from The Babysitter and Killer Queen the whole time. Like, I had to keep reminding myself. I'm like, no, those are two different people.
Bad Lieutenant was good. I don't know if anybody's seen that.
I hear Pig was really good. I haven't seen that one yet.
Did anyone think
Drive
this
Angry was
movie
good.
was not?
No, it
bloody enough?
wasn't. Drive Angry
You
was
didn't like that?
down. It was shit.
This
dude.
movie?
I did not
Renfield?
like it.
Yeah.
There's this fucking
It was
stupid
weird
ass
because it
movie
would
of
be
his that I
super
like.
bloody, and then it just
trying to find the
wouldn't
name
like
of it.
Dracula.
Mandy
getting
was
chopped
fucking
up, bro,
tight.
like,
Yeah.
Vampire's
Well,
Kiss
no.
was
They didn't even show
weird.
it.
Because when we were leaving, I heard someone talking. They were like, "There was so much blood in this," and I was like, "There really wasn't."
There really
though."
Yeah.
There wasn't.
Like,
Well, it's like there was, and then
Hold
there
on, hold
wasn't.
on.
There was
We'll
in
get to
certain-
that.
like a few scenes.
Yeah.
There
Hold on.
was. There was a lot.
Hold on. We'll get to that. Hold on.
What are you looking for? You
What are you
looking for
looking
Left
for?
Behind by Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
That was a good.
I didn't see
movie.
it. I think you're making that up.
see, I was trying to
Type
talk.
it in Left Behind 2014.
I was trying to talk to fill the silence, but Zuli wants to record him looking up.
Lord of War was really fucking good too. Anyways, okay.
The
So back to
blood.
Renfield. The
Did you
Nick.
think there was enough blood?
The blood. No, it's not that there wasn't enough blood. It's just that it was CGI and it was trash.
The weird thing was, when we walked out, I heard someone like, "There's so much blood," and I was like,
It wasn't. It wasn't a lot of blood. I
It
wish
was-
there was.
It was just like a few scenes where there was so much blood and people were like gasping in the back. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
but
when,
it was
like-
like it was CGI.
Yeah.
All of it was CGI blood, and it
It
was
looked like
awful.
the Deadpool 2016.
It
blood.
wasn't
really
on their
did.
clothes.
Which
it
was
wasn't.
really weird because there was the one form when like he's regenerating Dracula, not the first burnt up one, but the first one in the hotel.
Yeah.
They went all out with the practical effects, and then they were like,
Dude,
Yeah.
they
Blood
spent
Yeah,
is
that
CGI.
it was like going back in like what 2013 when the Thing prequel came out,
Oh,
where they
yeah.
just like CGI'd over everything.
everything.
That's
They
kind
had,
of what.
like the practical effect model.
Yeah,
but then they're like,
that's
"Let's
kind of
CGI
what this
over it."
felt like. It's like they had really cool practical effect stuff, like dismembered body parts or stuff like that. Like when the Pope exploded, that was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Dracula being a burnt up corpse, that looked really cool.
cool
Like it
shit.
looked goofy, but it's like that adds to the charm.
"What was a goofy movie?"
Yeah, it's
But-
supposed to add to the charm, but then when they started to add all this like fake blood, I wasn't about it. All that explosive fake blood, and they all came out clean.
Yeah,
Like
and then-
no
yeah.
one had blood on them.
And then it was like when he was regenerating. Every time you saw him regenerating, like he looked cool as fuck. Like every time.
I love the first regeneration in the
Oh, he's all like
Hotel.
decrepit, and he
He's
looks
like
like a
half-
clicker
he's
from
like-
The
yeah,
Last
he's
of
like-
Us.
yeah.
like
halfway.
that one. I was like, they're really trying to get an Oscar nomination for makeup in Renfield.
And can I just say, Nic Cage was so perfect in this movie.
He
Like,
really
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And it's, like,
Who else
to
is
me,
gonna
he's
play
such
this
a hit or miss
character?
actor. Like he'll be so great in movies.
I
And then,
really like-
for every
no.
Left Behind, we get a Renfield.
I really liked when they introduced them and they do the black and white like Lugosi fucking Dracula aesthetic. That was really nice.
Well, he is
I really But I really wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Like,
we have to do it in modern times.
I know, but like,
Have some flashbacks, bro. Where Renfield's like, I
Something
left my
cool.
wife, and it's like a silent film, and the family's like, and he like walks over there begrudgingly.
it'd be
Like,
stupid.
how
Yeah,
cool
it
would
would,
that be? That'd be cool.
We can't
And
have
then like the
weird
text
things
pops
to
up
do.
on the screen.
yes, we can. It's called the Lighthouse.
That's true. But no, Dracula has to be in modern times now. Also, I found this hilarious that he was a Dracula that was too stupid to be rich by the time he got to...
I think he's
Yeah.
just burned up.
No, the
Well, they
Renfield says it. When he gets to
Yeah.
the height of his powers, he gets too cocky and stuff, and he's been blowing money.
but
It's a
they
cycle.
also were blowing all the money because they had to keep moving
Yeah.
and moving and moving because every time someone would find him and then they would come to kill him, and then he had to
And can I just-
regenerate
It's
him and move
literally
him to
he
like
just
a new
became
city.
like a fucking trailer trash meth head is what it
Yeah.
was.
Can I be honest too? Like his whole goal for like world domination, was anyone else just like thinking like it's just not gonna work?
I was thinking the whole time. I was like,
But the
okay,
leaders,
you're,
and the followers, and the food.
yeah, but like if he eats everyone, it's like, now what?
Well, the bugs would all go away.
Yeah, but
No, bugs, you can't get rid of bugs.
No, because they eat
Cockroaches
them.
survive everything.
They eat the bugs. Is what I'm saying.
no,
No,
but like,
just the followers do.
but
Yeah,
what-
no, but you'd have so many that eat all the bugs.
No, he
and
doesn't.
think about what that would do to the
No,
crops.
it's just-
He doesn't need
Do you
so
know-
many. He just
have
stops
you
at
seen
a
how
certain
fast
point.
just like ants reproduce?
No, my
for
whole thing was that he
I've
was
never
gonna
watched
kill.
ant
My
sex.
my whole thing was that he was gonna kill everyone. You know what I mean? And then,
Well, no, he
then
said he
what?
was going to separate them into things. Like
Yeah, but once he
followers,
runs out of
food.
victims, he's gonna turn on the followers.
But if you have
Well,
8
maybe
billion
they'll-
people in the
that's
world,
where you get the goth vampires, where they're always having sex with each other in those nightclubs. Now you have the breeding.
and
the breeding,
and look, and yeah, his followers are gonna reproduce. He's never gonna run out of food.
and they're like,
Yeah.
I offer my baby as
Yeah.
food.
The fact that it took
I'll make
him,
another one in 9
And there's
months.
8 billion people. Only one person gets to eat off those
it took
people.
him
So
so long though to figure out this plan. I thought that was hilarious. Like,
and they mentioned it too.
Dracula?
it was a good it was a good touch for a Nicolas Cage Dracula. It takes him to like 2020 to be like, I should take over. The
He's
world.
like, your plan has always just been to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Now it's time
yeah.
for a new plan. That was great. I love that little tidbit in there. But anyway, start of the movie.
Yeah, we get the black and white opening that Zuli loved, explaining how Renfield became the familiar of Dracula.
He was like a classic Dracula for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it
so
was
I
like
assume
classic.
that means Renfield became his familiar during the Bram Stoker Dracula.
Back to the
Yeah.
like
That's what I was assuming.
1930s, I think it was when the original one came out, 1931 or something like that. And it shows him in there. He's just like a lawyer, right?
Yeah,
And he was trying to
Real,
get-
real estate, I thought.
Yeah, he was like a real estate lawyer. He was trying to get Dracula to sign a deal with them so he could make a lot of money. But yeah,
I love this movie. This
Dracula.
movie's great.
Dracula like manipulated him or whatever and gave him powers and made him his
Nah,
slave.
he played into his into
weakness.
his greeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he left his family, you find out.
Yeah,
Twice in
Yeah.
the film.
It's kind of a dick, huh?
But, I mean, they're mentioned twice, and it was like 80 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
And they didn't even actually show him. It was like some shitty picture from like 100 years ago.
That means his kid should still be alive though.
That's literally what I thought. I was like, it's going to be like 80.
He could like in part 2 he could like find his kid.
How cool would that be? It'd be like Interstellar, where he comes back.
No.
It would.
He could be searching for his kid and like his kid will be like 80 years old.
Dude, we need a Renfield too.
Yeah, exactly. Where he's searching for his kid and then
I
like
don't know.
Dracula
Dracula comes
is regenerating
How
through the
cool is
whole
that?
movie.
No.
Wow, we need a whole Renfield
No.
franchise
No.
and a spin-off
No.
Paramount
Okay,
Plus.
and
No.
so
it could feed
and
into the
so-
Super Smash
No.
Brothers.
Give me the phone. I'm
No.
contacting
What else
right now.
happens, Chris?
No, stop. This is why I hate Hollywood now. You're gonna turn me into our one friend. Everything has to be a goddamn franchise.
Think of the toys that could come.
If this movie makes
Think of the toys that couldn't come and make me
if
happy.
this movie makes $150 million, guaranteed there will be a part 2 somehow.
Now I'm rooting for it to fail.
A little bit.
It doesn't need a sequel.
I'm gonna
This
buy
is one
150
and done.
million tickets.
I mean, they can do like the sequel very well. You never know.
This-
Okay, then
anyway,
so they
yeah.
introduce
Then we
Black
get to
and
see the
White
vampire
Dracula.
hunters.
Yeah, so
The last of the
hunters
vampire
come
hunters
to get him,
and one of Dracula's downfalls.
which is the sunlight, because the curtain falls down after the hunter shoots it, and then Dracula bursts into flames. He kills all the hunters, but he is like almost nearly.
Mind you,
completely
let's
melted.
talk about the practical effects in this opening scene.
Did you say CGI blood?
I thought the effects were pretty practical at up to this point.
Yeah, so the effects are pretty hit or miss in this movie. Is the unfortunate part.
The blood is like the knives from Scream 4.
the body dismemberments. They're all cool, but the blood is awful.
Yeah.
I wish they used
Real blood.
Yeah, they used real
blood.
human blood. That would elevate the movie.
That would add to the Dracula aesthetic. I think.
Corey's like,
No,
it's terrible
I
they were
wish
using
they used
plastic
the
hands.
practical.
Yeah, they
They
used
should have just cut
rubber
off people's hands
hands.
for real.
Yeah, I was like, why don't they just
They
use
should've
a real
just
silver
actually
I
hand?
wish
cut
they
off
used
people's
practical blood, not fucking CGI blood. It looked terrible, and everyone came out clean from every fight. Everyone came out clean, and I didn't like that.
But
Except
it's crazy because there's times where the blood was practical, when
Yeah, it's so
like when
weird. That's what I'm
Dracula
saying.
was,
It's hit or
feeding.
miss. It's hit or miss. It's
Yeah.
literally some parts are really good looking, and other parts look like trash. Like when he later on we'll talk about it. He fights this giant thing out of Resident Evil 4. This assassin guy. He looks
Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's like some kind of something that didn't belong in that world, and so he fights this thing and punches his head off, and it looks so fake, dude. It looked so fake. It looked awful.
I thought it looked cool.
It looked stupid. But
there's the part after that where Dracula attacks Renfield for not. This is the beginning attack where he's you need to bring me good food, blah blah blah, and then Dracula cuts himself open and is feeding him to heal him, and it looks so good right there.
Yeah, it's real. It's practical.
That was real corn syrup.
Yeah, it's real corn syrup, dude.
So it's it's mostly the bad CGI was when Renfield was fighting people for some reason. When he's ripping off arms, he's doing all this, and it's
you got to think about it practically, right? I mean, Dracula is the Lord; he gets the practical blood. Renfield's the assistant; he gets the fake.
No, this movie would have benefited so much from a rated R.
What kind of five-head logic was that?
I don't.
It was definitely rated R.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, if it's gonna be rated R, commit and show us all the violence.
Yeah,
It was I thought it was PG.
Dude, it really was.
No, this could have gotten away with a PG-13.
It really could have.
It was rated R. It was definitely
Because it barely showed anything.
What about
like I
that
said.
one scene with the hot, steamy butt sex where they were naked?
Anyways, okay,
Yeah,
so
different movie.
You talking about the whale at the opening scene again?
Hey, can I just say too, for someone who did not
missionary.
watch the porn scene, y'all sure knew what positions and everything else they were in. So that's all I'm gonna say.
That was the only 5 minutes of the movie that was good.
But yeah, we get to see
The gay sex was the best part of the movie.
we get to see Dracula win barely against the Hunters, and it jumps forward to modern day times.
Yeah, they're in
Tell 'em how they
New
stopped-
Orleans.
well,
Tell them how they
okay,
stopped Dracula
so-
because it might come up later.
so yeah,
did
Dracula
start
gets
fighting.
stopped by a.
Oh, the
They almost
protection
kill him.
circle.
They do some kind of protection circle, and they trap him in it. And he starts telling Renfield what Renfield wants to hear, that they're friends, that he cares for him,
You ain't
and
shit without me.
and then
Nicolas Cage
and then he
told me
saves
that.
Dracula, and that's the cycle that he's stuck in. It's like this. Oh, I'm doing his dirty work, and then when he's in trouble, he tells me that I'm the best thing ever, and then he's
You
he's a
left your
codependent.
family and you want to be loved.
So yeah, we
don't
end up
shit.
in modern times.
In New Orleans.
Yeah.
They are hanging out in the basement of an abandoned. Was it a children's hospital?
No, yeah, it was like it was like some hospital called Old Charity Hospital or something.
Okay. Yeah, crackheads, because that's basically, it turns out what Dracula is now is a crackhead for blood.
But before that, they show.
Yeah, he
cut
literally
into,
blows his fortune on.
Blood and crime.
Yeah, it's just a cycle.
They show Renfield in the support group though at the church. At first.
And that's where he gets Dracula's victims,
Yeah.
but
He's one,
not
like-
the people in the support group.
Yeah, not the people in the support group. It's the people in the support groups tormentors, the people who are doing them wrong. That's who he goes after. So it cuts to after he figures out who he's gonna go after. He goes to I don't even know, some random building, where these guys.
It looked like a chop shop.
Yeah, some shit like that.
It was Villain Warehouse number 6.
Yeah.
Moving on.
These guys stole like drugs from like the big top, the Lobos, the top, I guess, drug kingpin people in the city, and they're like so scared that people are coming for them. They're scared that a hitman's coming for them, but it's Renfield coming to kill them all, to get rid of them for his friends in the sport group, and also to feed Dracula.
Which interesting piece of lore. It turns out they taste worse to Dracula because they are not innocent victims.
Yeah, they're bad people. So
the blood tastes
Dracula doesn't want bad people blood. He wants innocent Corey victim blood. Corey virgin blood.
Also,
that's where we get the Resident Evil 4 enemy. Yeah. Just shows up. It was really weird.
Before that, though, we get an introduction to Renfield's powers.
Yeah. He eats the spider.
Yeah, he eats bugs to get power.
Which they are full of protein.
Yeah. Which he actually is pretty badass in this opening, because they're like, oh shit, you're the assassin they're sending to kill us.
Yeah.
No, I'm Caitlin's friend. I'm worse.
And then he literally murders everyone except for, what's his name? Ted what?
Teddy Lobo.
Ted Lobo?
Yeah,
and
the yin to yang.
He gets away, and
Teddy Lobo's a pussy who stays in the car as he sends in an assassin named Apache Joe. That was his name to try to take out.
Which, by the way, the rest of his gimmick does not fit that name at all.
No, it doesn't.
He looked like Patrick Star to me.
To me, he looked like Luchador.
No, he looked like Patrick Star, the way he was shaped.
The
sexy
Teddy Lobo was on the phone with somebody in the car talking about, I know it's a racist name, but you tell him that.
He cuts people's tongues off.
Yeah.
And that's when we're introduced to the cop. Yeah. The second...
Aquafina.
Yeah.
And now we know what she was doing after Shang-Chi.
I didn't like her in this movie. I don't know. The jokes fell flat.
She had the weirdest walk. Like when her and her sister meet up in that hallway.
Yeah.
The sister walks off normal and she does some kind of military march almost.
That's some kind of like double takes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was a bit, but it wasn't funny.
Yeah, I didn't really laugh at that one. I was like,
I think
the whole thing was kind of weird. Like I don't know. She was too loud.
It's her own thing.
No, it was like, I'm loud, therefore I'm funny, is what it felt like. I'm like, I'm not feeling it. That's why you're not funny.
The only time I thought she was funny was when she was telling Kyle to shut the fuck up. That was like the only time.
Everyone was.
Yeah, that was like the only time.
That got me when they said it.
So like
for the promotion, the parking spot.
Oh
shut
yeah.
The fuck up,
oh yeah.
Kyle. That one got me.
Yeah. So like, Teddy Lobo is like driving away from the scene where Apache Joe's head just got punched off by Renfield. He comes up on a traffic, what's that called? Where they just have everything like
DUI stop?
A checkpoint.
It's on a checkpoint. Yeah. So like, and then he has a whole bunch of cocaine in the car, of course, and Aquafina.
He had a prescription for it.
Aquafina, yeah, he had a prescription for it, but she still arrested him because cops are corrupt. We all know that. He had a prescription for 10 kilos of cocaine.
No, I love how we watch this, and at some point I'm like, okay, we're in Gotham evidently, and this is now a Batman movie because this man has all that cocaine, wrecks through the DUI, and admits to everything when he goes to the jail, and he still gets released. And I was like, we have entered the Batman.
I figured they were gonna say, "Oh, you didn't read him his Miranda rights."
The entire police force.
Just the police force was just corrupt.
The entire police force, we find out, is corrupt.
Besides Rebecca.
Yeah, besides for Aquafina.
And her sister, which I thought her sister was going to be corrupt.
But her sister works for the FBI, so...
That's but how...
the Phoebe?
Aren't those weird names? Rebecca Quincy, and it's like, the fuck?
But how good is the FBI, though, when they didn't realize that every officer at once went rogue in the city?
So, explain to the folks at home what FBI means.
Female body inspector?
That's what I've always heard.
That's what... Yeah, I imagine
that's why it was female. The female was the head of it.
Is that what you tell your sister?
Because she knows what to look for. Right?
Anyways, back to the movie. Once he gets bailed, Lobo Joe, Coyote Ugly, or whatever his name was, we get our first fuck you, Kyle, of the movie.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes.
That was the one time Aquafina was funny.
Yeah, other than that, I was not into her character.
Kyle is some random cop that nobody gave a fuck about. Of course, he's corrupt, but like he had no story at all. It was literally just a gag, just for people to tell him "fuck you, Kyle," and then he showed up. Yeah,
that's a good story.
I don't know if he made it out alive. He might be in part 2. Maybe he'll get a backstory in part 2.
Hell yeah!
Let's hope not.
I'm excited for part 2.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
October of next year, baby. Renfield 2.
Oh God. But
just in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
This movie, can I just say, like, I really was looking forward to this movie, and the trailers were great, and I really liked the movie, but like, it was way more serious than I thought it was gonna be. Like, most of the jokes were in the trailer.
I think what it was
there
is
were
that
some serious beats
I really kind of wanted it, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I wanted more Dracula.
Well, you see,
I wanted more Nic Cage.
We needed less of Aquafina in her story.
We did, and we that's what we needed. It's not what we got.
You wanted more Dracula? There's a movie called Dracula, not Renfield. It's really cool. You want a kid.
I know.
There's a few
like,
of them.
Which one, Corey? Which one would you suggest, Corey?
The one with I think it was actually just called Van Helsing. That one I think had Dracula in it. It was cool, but it made.
But that's gonna have less Dracula too, though.
Yeah, it made me focus on Van Helsing.
As Coyote Ugly's getting freed from jail, we see Renfield bring.
Who was Coyote Ugly?
Lobo Young.
Tedward Lobo, the fucking retard who apparently has never killed anybody. Who will talk even before the cops enter the room and ask him questions.
It's literally me as a crime boss.
Do you remember
the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog?
He is the yin to Renfield's yang. They had that whole story.
That is the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's
hey,
why
it's not the voice of Mario, the better mascot.
No, you're wrong. But anyways.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm saying your guy couldn't, like, his whole stick in this thing was being like a mob boss that can't kill.
Hey, I jump.
What the fuck is that?
In my game, I jump on my enemies' heads.
I don't think he has a single kill to his name.
You jump on your enemies' heads in Sonic, you die.
Oh fuck!
I hate you.
Apparently, Sonic 3 comes out next year.
Hell yeah!
But we get to see Renfield take the bodies of the 3 abusers back to Dracula, where we learn the whole that he needs innocent blood to heal faster. Yeah. And I think we see the most original way to drink blood ever from a vampire when he just bites off the finger and sucks through the knuckle.
It out and then spits it out. He's like, "What is this shit?"
I don't think I've ever seen a vampire movie have them drink the blood that way. It's always been like puncture wounds and suck. And I'm like, that's really creative, actually.
I mean, they had to do something.
I just thought it was a neat little thing.
Yeah, it was cool. He bit his finger off and a gallon of CGI blood spewed out.
Well, I hated that part. I just liked the whole finger coming off and sucking it like a funnel.
So you could say it was your favorite finger. Okay, anyway, we can move on.
What are you talking about?
Wow, look at that joke swing and miss and fly into the heavens.
32 minutes in, Corey. That might be the furthest you made it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Did we ever establish Renfield's horoscope?
Oh, I was going to say that for later.
Corey, you're slipping.
No, what is it? I would like to know
right
before.
now.
Yeah, we introduced Renfield.
We need Renfields and Draculas.
Corey.
Damn, 2? I usually one per podcast.
Where's your cheat sheet?
No.
Corey.
All right.
Corey.
Dracula was too cool in this movie.
Yeah.
Nic Cage was.
Okay,
we need both.
So, Renfield's a Sagittarius. 100%. Here's
Explain.
why. Yeah, I was going to say, here's why. So, Sagittarius.
Oh, Corey. Nothing. I was just making sure you're paying attention.
Corey, I'm a Sagittarius.
My daughter's Sagittarius.
Damn. Well, y'all ain't going to like what I'm about to say.
You better tread lightly.
Sorry. So, first off, Sagittarius suck. But not Renfield, actually, because they're not self-serving. They're not self-serving. They're like, they serve others really, really well. They're also known to eat bugs, which is kind of different. So that's Renfield, I would say.
Sagittarius are known to eat bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's look at the astrological scientific data on it, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Fucking say that and keep a straight face.
Did he say scientific?
They're like, hey, there's like a vote. Hey, which sign is most known for eating bugs? And like Sagittarius got like 87% of the vote or some shit like that.
Look it up though. Starsign.com. It's like the new Ancestry.com. Honestly, like you look back and see like your family members' star signs. It's really cool. Anyway, Dracula. I don't know. I don't know what he is specifically, but to me, he gave me Capricorn vibes. Like he just seemed like a bull-headed goat. You know. That's all I gotta say.
Who is this Dracula?
Corey,
Yeah, Dracula, as I called him.
Goat.
Corey, I admire I admire like about you the way you're able to just bullshit your way through like anything.
No, you don't understand.
If you
They're
could
saying
contain
that.
your laughter, you could probably actually fool people into believing this bullshit.
No,
Well,
they're
I
saying
believe it
that.
myself.
They're saying that, but
Okay.
I've watched this man. The only Kevin Smith movie he's ever seen is Clerks 3, and he had this 30-minute conversation with someone where they really thought he had seen like every
single-
Kevin Smith movie
every movie.
ever. And the best part was he was waiting for me to bail him out, and I just pick up my phone and turn on the camera, and I'm like, "No, you're gonna die."
Now people believe that Corey actually introduced us to the Viewers universe. Like it's crazy.
I thought I did.
Oh man.
Corey,
Did you ever finish watching Old Boy?
Oh my god. Anyways, okay.
Guess not.
Corey, try that.
I'll give
No,
you another week.
no, I've yet to even.
We
What movie?
will be reviewing.
What movie?
We'll be reviewing.
I don't. Never heard of it.
So
Who
main
stars in it?
character's, Joe.
Who's the director?
I think it was.
Was it Spike Lee?
Yeah, it's Spike Lee joint.
Yeah,
or
it's a
whatever.
Spike Lee joint. That's right. Was
Something like that.
wasn't Rosario Dawson in it? And they played basketball or something?
No, that's White Men Can't Jump.
That's before Spike Lee's time.
Yeah. No, that's why you're. I think you're like merging the timeline. This is like a crossover event.
Yeah. No, it was like her dad gets out of prison.
Okay.
To me, I
so
remember playing a green chick.
where were we in Renfield?
He had just ripped a finger off to suck out blood, and y'all had asked for astrological signs because we don't stay on track. Ever.
Yes.
And that's why we need a second podcast to talk about just
I'm glad
life.
you think that
But
would
at
fix
least
it.
everything is based off film. At least so far that we've been talking.
Yeah, see,
We've been talking about
the other one will
fucking
be way worse.
Spike Lee.
Talking about
Have
Zuli
y'all
going
ever seen
to see
Gulliver's
Old Boy.
Travels with Jack Black?
No, we'll talk about that another time.
Yes, we
I
should have talked about that when we were talking about Mario. Jack what?
Yeah, Jack
So-
Connection.
Renfield.
He
Renfield.
played Bowser and Gulliver.
That happens. Then we come up to the point where Aquafina and Renfield are going to meet each other. Renfield is going
Can
to
I
the
ask,
bar.
why do y'all call her Aquafina?
That's the actress
That's
name.
her.
Yeah.
That's her rap name.
And I remember that better
Is
than
that-
I remember the characters.
That's
Wait,
her
so-
rap name.
Okay, but it's not her actual name?
It's not her actual name.
No.
Okay, because I was going to say, one, that's a
Her.
Coca-Cola company.
No,
Hold
it's
on.
spelled completely different.
Yeah,
Actually, I think it's Pepsi.
it's spelled AWKWAFI.
Aquafina.
Hold on. Her big rise to prominence was her rap song "My Vag." You should go listen to it, Corey.
Let's listen to it on the podcast.
It talks about
Let's
proper
not,
care
'cause I believe him.
of the vagina. Big, huge hit. She was actually still skinny and
I
pretty
love
sexy
my
back then.
badge, but I
Okay,
would never sing a
so-
song about it.
Why not?
I don't know. A confidence thing, I think.
So they meet up. Okay, so
Okay, he's meeting up. He's going there.
No.
because-
Okay, hold on. So Dracula, when he hates the shit blood that he brings him. His rules he wants are nuns, in a happy couple, nuns, and like a busload of cheerleaders.
And that's like the worst
So
start to
then-
a joke.
So then we go to the restaurant.
No. A nun, a bus full of cheerleaders, and a couple
And a happy
walk
couple.
into a bar.
Yeah.
But yeah. Renfield is there looking for those kinds of victims. Aquafina is going because she found a pin at Murder Warehouse number 6 from that restaurant.
And she's
Covered
going to
in
look
blood.
for her, trying to
It was a
connect
bar.
all this stuff to Teddy Lobo so she can bust him. But while Renfield's there, he just happens to see a happy couple, a table full of nuns,
And a
And-
bus of
busload of
cheerleaders.
cheerleaders. He's like,
they
what
just
the
walked
fuck?
in, yeah. And
He's like, oh,
he's
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
fucking chloroform all of them.
Yeah. He's gonna get
Like
Dracula.
any sane person would do.
He's gonna get Dracula this innocent vaginal blood from these cheerleaders, and then Aquafina comes walking in with her corrupt partner, the cops,
Hey,
and
we
he's
don't
like,
know he's
"Oh,
corrupt yet."
never mind, let me out of here." Tries to run to the other side of the restaurant and leave, where Teddy Lobo and his gunmen come in.
I was about to say, I never made that connection, like, at all. Actually, I was
What?
just about to say,
What?
like, the partner did just kind of disappear when the fight broke out.
Well, that does tie in really good later when he turns out to be corruptible.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
literally
but-
the next scene after where he's
But
corrupt.
he was also a fat
crazy.
piece of shit. Like he weighed like
Yeah.
400 pounds. He was
Yeah.
like literally he was the whale. And so I don't even know why he didn't have a fucking desk job.
Hey.
It was obvious he was
Hey.
just there
No, hold
just
on.
to keep her on a leash.
Hold on, hold
400
on.
pounds.
No.
Sorry, he didn't take his shit yet, but he's
Stop.
probably like a
He
good
might have been
380.
390 when
Yeah,
he
like
took the
390.
First of
shit.
all,
Huh?
he was not the whale. His function was to be the wall. Get it correct.
The wall. He was
I don't
clearly
get it.
paired up with her to try to keep
Stand
her on a
behind
leash.
him, the bullets hit him because he big.
Yeah, but they're not gonna shoot his fat ass. He's one of the corrupt police officers.
They might just
When you
shoot
start
him.
And then
Corrupt police
and then we
officers.
got the better of the fight scenes of the whole movie.
Yeah, the
That was
first-
like probably the best.
This was one of the fight scenes of all time.
No,
Hey, you're
just
trying
of
to-
that-
It was
that-
one of the fight scenes.
No,
of
whoa,
all
whoa,
time.
whoa,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It was one of them.
it was
Hold on.
one. It was.
Stop.
It was.
a fight scene.
It was
That
actually
it was.
cool.
Stop.
No,
Do you
that
think
I-
you're me
that
now?
it actually
Do you think
was.
you're me now?
That's Corey's
You're my
ratings.
idol.
Do you think you're? I know you have bad taste, but do you think you're me now?
That's Corey's ratings now. So like Teddy Lobo walks in, puts a gun up to Aquafina's head, starts talking shit about her father that
Oh
they
my
apparently
gosh.
killed before, and she's like, "Just fucking kill me. I don't care. I'm not working for you." And then all this time, Renfield's watching her, and he's like falling in love.
To be
During
fair, I
this
was
time.
too. I actually kind of thought she was kind of cute.
And
I.
then,
Anyways,
She used to be
The
way
sister
cuter.
was way hotter if we're going by that logic.
I mean, but I don't like Asian chicks. So I don't know.
That just sounds
Hey, it's okay to be
Not
wrong.
racist. I mean, not in a sexual way. I don't hate Asian people. Don't cancel us.
The
only-
only
It's
no,
only
the
episode
only two, no,
5.
no, Loki. The only two Asian girls I've ever met, both of them just complete fucking bitches. Both of them.
You sound like a bigot.
Damn.
It's the truth.
I, as a white
Fuck,
male, have
China's-
no opinion on this
Goddamn.
and love all races,
China.
of every color.
I'm
China.
just saying that was like.
love you, China.
Huh. That's weird.
We love you, Japan.
I was like,
Korea.
Not
Yeah.
saying we
that's
all
so
are.
weird.
Not saying we
Thailand.
all are.
Love all you countries out there. Don't cancel us.
Yeah, you probably
Alright.
say it like cunt trees or something.
Just because the women are. But look, I don't know.
Big bitch, huh?
I don't know. I watch Asian porn every now and then, but you
That's
know,
right.
it's just not. They're not black women, so I can't.
It's not good.
It
You
is
can
what
just
it
say.
is.
You can
Listen,
say it's not good.
Renfield-
Asian porn fucking sucks.
They're all hairy. They never fucking shave anything down there. It's, oh my god, it's terrible.
Are we talking about Renfield?
we love it's Renfield
I missed
clearly.
that scene. Was that when I went to go refill my icy?
Yeah, that's when you got that
one of
fucking
those
free
blinking
drink.
you miss it?
You
Damn.
poor homeless looking
Yeah,
motherfucker.
hey, I never got my story time.
Oh,
okay, like I
Jesus
know we
Christ.
always joke about me being poor and having
Tell
no
us a
money.
story.
Dude.
Oh, this is great.
So-
We don't joke. It's the truth.
Hey, look, it's strategic though. It's a strategic broke. So anyway, I walk
It's
up
strategery.
to the counter, and I was like, I guess I must look poor or something. And I walk up, I ain't got no dirt on me or nothing. My nails are clean. I walk up to the counter, and I have my credit card.
Clean-ish.
I have my credit card. I'm getting ready to pay, and this guy's like, "This one's on us, bro." And I was like, "Damn."
He knows a fake
I was
credit
like-
card when he sees
Yeah,
one.
I was like, "Man, my credit card might be beat up, but like, it got money on it, sometime." But
Oh,
so then that happens, and I go in there, and Damien, he is so sweet. He hands me a plate of nachos. Like, I got you dinner, baby girl. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. You know what? I might be broke, but I'm taken care of.
at
Whether
some
it's
point-
AMC, and they're awesome customer service, or Damien.
At some point in Corey's life, I became his father.
It was
I
your
don't know
destiny.
how or when.
That's what it was.
It was predestined.
It was predestined.
Because Chris usually feeds him dinner and breakfast, but
There's no Renfield popcorn budget.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the thing.
what the
Unfortunately.
fuck, Dracula?
I'm barely sliding in after almost dying on I-20 today. I get to the theater. Corey walks up to me. The first thing he says is this: "Damn, Chris, I ain't getting fed tonight."
He didn't ask you where you were.
No, and that's after I gave him some chicken earlier. I gave him some fucking chicken and fries.
Hey, look,
God
I'm gonna
damn
shit.
it,
I'm gonna
Corey.
shit and lose it all. So it's like it doesn't even matter.
Corey, what the fuck, bro?
I'm gonna shit and lose it.
You're up to 235 now, fat boy.
Yeah. Anyways, we see them fight. We see them fight.
It was a
I'm
good
gonna-
fight.
I'm
That
gonna
was
have
a good fight scene.
I'm
in
gonna
this
have my
film.
comeback shit, Dave. You don't even know.
Aquafina and Renfield fall in love. They have their little meet cute, and I'm with that one lady about, can y'all please stop so we can leave? I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
Well, there was a black lady, of course. She was like, "Can we get the fuck out of here while you guys are giving each other sex eyes?"
Yeah, pretty much. I
The
do
black
agree with you,
Karen. It was Tanisha.
I already got my review for this movie.
And then,
God damn it. It's not too gory for you,
then
Corey?
is that right after that? That's when he goes back to the support group, right?
It's finger chops.
Yeah. He goes to the support group, and they all just kind of tell him that, hey, man, you just got to be your own man. The help and energy you put into helping Dracula, you can put that towards yourself. And so he does, and he starts fixing his life.
There's some things he should not have fixed, like his clothes, though. He should have kept the suit.
He went to Macy's, bro.
Hey, that actually looked pretty good, though. Because at first, like, that sweater looked goofy as hell. But then I saw the rest of the fit. I was like, okay, let him cook.
No. He
For real.
He de-dripped.
I'm under the impression he de-dripped. He looked like Napoleon Dynamite at first, and that was cool.
The sweater was goofy, but then you see him with the pants on, you're like, oh man, that's Nicholas Hoult. I'd fuck this shit
I was
out
like,
of him.
that actually doesn't look that bad. And then when he got the purple sweater on, I was like, damn.
Man,
okay.
he was looking like a sexy Mr.
That's
Rogers.
why Aquafina ate those cookies.
Yeah, he did look wholesome, though. That he did.
Yeah.
He starts
That's my
to
inspiration.
try and turn his life around.
Yeah, he gets his own apartment, he cleans that bitch up, paints it up, meets a little black kid, gives him an ant for his ant farm.
Might come in later in the film.
Might come in later in the film.
Releases all of his other bugs that he keeps.
Yeah, he's like, fuck Dracula. I'm not gonna let him get the full power and become world domination.
And then we see him pathetically try and use his own Riz powers when he goes to give his witness
You
statement.
know what I called him whenever he said that?
What?
I call him the Rizzler of Oz.
That was bad.
And
45 minutes, Corey. Number 2.
But he shows up with the flowers to give
To the
everybody.
police station to give
Alright, what
everybody
about-
allegedly.
What about Rizfield?
He get him better. 46 minutes. He gives one to Kyle because allegedly they're for everybody, even though they're not. He's just trying.
It wasn't Kyle. It was the
He's-
fat guy that betrayed him.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, it was
the
the
fat
fact
guy?
He's like, "Do you always bring flowers to a witness statement?"
Oh, okay, it was
But
it was
Renfield-
He's like,
Aquafina's.
"They're forever."
It was the whale.
Yeah, Renfield turns
He
out to
gave
be
it
the
to the
only
whale.
one that gives a true statement.
He gave it to Brendan Fraser. Here you go, Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
for your
and,
Oscar win. I came to celebrate you and get this pussy over here.
And
She wrote a song about it.
is that when we get Dracula at his apartment?
Yes, and I love the way they got around the
Whoa.
inviting in.
Oh
After Teddy Lobo and his people, they track down Renfield at the hospital, but he's not there anymore because he got his own place, and he runs into Dracula. Dracula kills all his men, and then Teddy's like, "Oh yeah, we're criminals, we're evil, blah blah blah," and then he shows him a picture of Renfield. We're looking for this guy who was saving innocent people, which pisses Dracula off. He knocks out Teddy Lobo, and then goes to Renfield's apartment, and there's a fucking welcome, come on in, Matt, on the ground.
That pretty much just invites
counts
Dracula
for
in.
vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that counts for Dracula.
Which that's the
Come on
thing.
in.
This movie gets so clever with little details like that sometimes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Like
was
the
that was
mat
fucking
and the
great. Little stuff like that.
Breaking the finger to suck the blood through the knuckle.
Yeah,
But then the CGI blood happens.
there was a lot of little nice tidbits because they could have just left that out and like not even mentioned that you have to
I would
invite
not
him
have
in or some
noticed,
shit
yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, but yeah, it was really cool.
Big oof on Renfield for buying that mat, though, knowing what he knows exists.
Yeah, all he had to do was hide in his apartment forever with no mat, and then he's good. And then
Yeah, you probably didn't think that would work. I wouldn't have thought like a mat would work on that. You know what I mean? I thought
But
it
no,
had to
it
be
just-
like a verbal agreement.
You say that, but then at the end, he's like, there's so many rules and stuff about vampires and literature and media. We just tried fucking everything to kill him. So it's like, he's aware there's a lot of room for experimentation when it comes
I
to
guess
vampires.
so. Well, still, and that's when you get more of a more regenerated Dracula,
Yeah.
and we get like Nicolas Cage
He's
with his
almost-
Vampire's Kiss performance.
almost
His
100%.
cageisms.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like putting pressure on to Renfield, and Renfield's like, "Oh, I was just about to come see you," and of course, like Nicolas Cage is, "Oh yeah, of course." Yeah.
And then Renfield starts defending himself with a self-help book.
Hey, that book was his armor.
So I thought it was funny because that guy at the church said, he's like, this book is your armor, it's your sword. He's like, it's your Bible. And like, aren't vampires, like, aren't they not able to touch Bibles or something like that?
Well, he's not.
Yeah,
Renfield's
but it's
not a
not-
vampire.
Well,
I guess Dracula
yeah.
picked it up.
Dracula
Yeah, no, that's
picked
what
it
I'm
up.
saying because he was like holding it to him, but he was like, wait, hold on. Like I thought he
Yeah,
was
but
like
it's not
No,
an
so
actual Bible, though.
Yes, I know, but I thought at first he was holding it up to like stop
Defend
him, but then he
himself?
was like, "Oh wait, I need to show him the page I'm talking about."
Yeah,
And I
and
was
he
like,
starts
"Oh, okay,
reading
okay."
through it. It's like, you
Yeah.
cannot hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
I do not consent to this.
I am enough. I have enough.
And then this is where evidently churches marking the backs of their books screws them over, because when Dracula sees the back of the book and it says the property of the church,
Living
and the
waters
church,
or something.
yeah, and he's like, oh, naturally,
Yeah,
takes off
and
the red book.
and he
Renfield.
fucks all of them up, and that's when you get a lot of heavy CGI. They
Yeah,
should have just
Renfield-
committed to
Renfield actually beats him
practical blood.
there. Yeah. Renfield actually beats him there. And he's trying to clear everybody out and get everybody to leave, but they're like not feeling it. So
Well, it's because no one understands that he's working for Dracula.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, your boss is just some dickhead.
Poor Chloe, she never gets to tell her story.
Oh yeah, and there's this joke. There's
Yeah.
a
She's
running
the Kyle
gag.
of the
There's a
help
running
group.
gag about
She's the
this girl.
Kyle of the help.
This girl
Yeah.
who
I'm gonna
can't
say
get her
it one
stupid
more
joke
time.
off.
every
Can y'all
time
please pay attention
Shut
to
the
me and
fuck
give me a
up, Corey.
reaction?
Shut up, Corey.
up.
He's- no, she's the Corey of the group.
No! No!
every time she tries to tell her story, Renfield comes running in and they cut her off for him. Because he's apparently way more important than her getting like lefts and rights from her boyfriend.
Shared, and I imagine she probably opens that big yap of hers once a week.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. She probably was just talking about some feminist bullshit. She's probably not even a victim.
I didn't even say that.
She's just probably like, oh yeah, some man, he didn't give me my fucking cheeseburger in 2 minutes, so some fucking man. God damn.
But again, they do the invitation in a.
Yeah, Dracula shows up, and the what
leader
is
of
it?
the group,
Yeah,
sport group guy.
Yeah, naturally just
he
says,
goes,
on
"Hey,
in."
come on in."
And Renfield's like, oh fuck, because he knows.
Yeah.
And then Dracula goes in, and
He started Make Wavins all over the place.
he floats in the air, and they realize like, oh fuck, your boss isn't regular. What? Shit, maybe we should have left.
Everything Renfield had been saying makes sense at that point.
Yeah, and then he comes down and he knocks Renfield away, and
And it's
starts
cool
killing
because he
everybody.
before he hits the ground, he murders everyone.
He really does.
That scene was actually really cool. I like how they did it, where they just show him like flying in the air, and he's like,
Yeah,
like slow
yeah.
motion, and like everybody's being killed in the background, like noise. I actually really like the scene, the way they filmed it.
Yeah, that was
Or
pretty cool.
was he in slow motion or were they in fast motion?
Well, maybe.
That's what you sound like, Corey.
This isn't the Flash. We'll talk
I
about
thought
the Flash
that
in a
had
couple
Corey
months.
vibes, too.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, are you trying to beat me now?
The Flash comes out in a couple months,
Quit
Chris.
that.
We'll have plenty of fast motion stuff to talk about. Then.
You
Can
mean,
I be honest? I'm
Whoa,
not
whoa,
really
whoa, whoa.
excited for superhero movies, besides Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
shut up. You mean the new Batman movie?
Oh yeah, it is a Batman
the old
movie,
Batman
yeah.
movie, actually.
The new Batman
It just
movie.
doesn't look
Batman '89.
good.
The
The
new
new-
Batman.
Are they
The
are they
Flash?
gonna make a Batman
It's
'89?
because it's Ezra Miller, man.
Yeah.
They made a comic.
I don't have
Now that he's back, what's his name? Michael Keaton.
the
Now
goat.
that he's back,
No, I do not need him doing that. I need him to make Beetlejuice 2.
Yeah.
I mean, he's back now. Like he can make whatever he wants.
Dog, he
again.
been back. He never left.
Since Spider-Man.
Okay, you need to watch Birdman.
Did you ever see Birdman? Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
No,
What
that was
is that?
good.
That's the movie. I was like, oh my god, this man's a monster. Like,
No, I haven't seen that. I'll check it out.
everyone in the world is freaked out by like, oh my god, Jenna Ortega might maybe possibly be in Beetlejuice 2, and I'm like, oh motherfucker, we get to see Michael Keaton again? Fuck yeah.
He was really good in that McDonald's movie.
Oh, the founder.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
He goes up to the counter and gets McDonald's, and he's like, "Where do I sit?" And he's like, "Anywhere." And he's like, "Where's the plates?" And he's like, "There's no plates." He's like, "You can eat in your car at the park." And he's like,
That's the thing about him. It's so easy to forget it's him when he plays a movie. Like, he plays the character so well. You know how there's actors, when they play a part, you don't see the character.
You
see-
mean Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Will Smith? Michael Keaton, you forget it's Michael Keaton.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
"Dude, it's crazy because he just sat down on that little stone bench and ate and blew his mind." He's like, "That was like, I had a burger in 60 seconds."
God damn,
Man, I had a
Corey.
religious experience.
He
eating
did.
a fucking bird.
But yeah,
No, he
no,
did.
do go watch The Founder. That is a good movie.
I have not seen it.
Back
It's
to
like
the
the first time I found out I lose weight after I shit.
Back to the other goat.
I was on the toilet with
Nicolas
the
Cage. As Corey fights us tooth and nail to not go back to Nicolas Cage. So
let's start real discussion now.
the other real discussion.
The other one where it's
Shut up.
No,
we're giving dating advice.
no,
we're talking about dating sisters and
everyone in the
cousins.
church is dead.
you just broke a cock rule.
A cock
Code of conduct.
You fucking sinner. Hey, no Bible.
You start reading the freaking self-help book to me. I am enough. I won't take this anymore.
I am enough. I have enough.
Wait a minute, I can talk while they're laughing.
And I'm
So
just
yeah,
bend over, Zola.
Dracula killed everyone. He left Renfield there. Aquafina shows up with her partner, and they arrest Renfield because he's the only one alive around like 20 dead victims.
And apparently they think he killed them all.
I know, and he looks so sad.
I mean, to be fair, he is the one person. He's covered in blood around 20 dead bodies.
And he did.
But he's crying over
and he was in a way the one who killed them all.
To be
He
fair,
brought Dracula there.
can killers not cry or something?
No, I've heard they're incapable.
Psychopaths cannot cry. Murderers can. Psychopaths cannot.
Anyways,
That's a good
yeah,
distinction.
they arrest him. Then all of Young Wolf's mafia family shows up
With
the
all
cops.
of the police.
And for those that were paying attention, they're called Lobo.
Yeah, like
You
I
know,
said.
no,
the
it's
last name
literally like the story, you know, in the old like Bram Stoker, Dracula and shit, fucking.
That one had more Dracula.
Well, no, but like Dracula in those stories, he could control werewolves. If you didn't know.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. In the old book, he has like power
You
over.
mean-
He has
And
power over like
and they're-
wolves.
they're
When I was a kid, and I was always playing vampires versus werewolves, and I was like, the werewolves win because they're giant human dogs. The vampires actually would have won because I could have controlled them.
That's
Well,
right.
no, not any vampire. It's specifically Dracula has power.
Dracula
over
was
them.
on the vampires.
But that's why they're on all their
That's why,
cars.
no, but that's why they're called lobos. Lobos, you know, they're wolves in Spanish.
So,
They're,
Lobo means wolf in Spanish?
yeah, you know that.
Hey, thank you for
Yeah,
bringing me
it's-
to my next rant.
It's like a reference to the book.
And on their cars and on the windows and everything, it
Yeah,
has
they
like
have
pictures
like
of
wolves
wolves
and
everywhere.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I
his,
thought that's
his,
why you were calling them wolves, because the logo.
So they're
No,
like,
I was just
they're
saying
like
that as a
wolves.
joke, saying
That
different
makes
dogs.
so much sense.
Yeah, that was the whole reference there. That it's like, oh, in the old book, he controls
This is
wolves.
my
but
equivalent
now
to having a McDonald's hamburger
More.
in the 60s.
That is even more like clever stuff. Out
Yeah,
of
it's
this
just like
movie.
little
They're
clever
like-
things. That's what they
yeah.
mean.
Like it's a modern day Dracula movie, but it's like it has
You-
so much throwback clever stuff.
You can tell. Okay.
I just got. He could control the. Oh my god.
No,
I'm
okay.
the werewolves.
Yes.
Get it?
Yeah.
And
And
now
they're the wolves.
They're wolves.
So here's the thing.
And he controlled them.
yeah, because he was literally their new leader. At
Dude.
the
When anyone
You want me to
is
tell you what that was
writing,
from my perspective?
no, because this is gonna be
Mind
stupid.
shattering.
This is gonna be stupid. I would just like to point out, you can tell when someone really is like into the Universal monsters, like the classic monsters, and they're writing something, because that you will get a lot of details like that.
Yeah, like I said, the whole fucking the Lugosi Dracula scene, that was the light, like how they like darkened his face but lit up his eyes. I was like, that's fucking cool. That's so cool.
You know
I
what
really
you
want?
like
like?
that.
Do you want my fun wolf one? But it's
He
not for
really
this
looked
movie?
like Bela Lugosi. Like it should look cool.
Do you want my fun werewolf one? But it's not for this movie.
What?
It's for Wednesday. It's about Enid. You know how she talks about how she went to see a specialist in, I think it was Ohio.
I think
That's
so.
where Elden Ring takes place.
Yeah. She's referencing an actual real life cryptid. Like the specialist she went to see was a cryptid in Ohio, because there
Oh
is one
really?
in Ohio.
I
yeah.
didn't know.
So
that.
like
when-
Chupacabra, or in his culture Don Quixote.
no, it's a wolfman cryptid. But my point is, when someone really likes the Universal monsters, they put a lot of effort into the writing of them and the details of them.
you know
So,
that.
like,
This felt like a Zombieland movie. Like those kind of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
They wrote
yeah,
Zombieland.
yeah.
I think they wrote Deadpool too, or the first one. Were they the same people?
I
Wait, it was the same
I don't
people
know
that
their
did.
names.
It was the same people that did this movie, Renfield.
No. It's not the same people. It
Oh,
just it
okay.
felt
I was
like
gonna say, because I was like, I literally
it
made a
felt like
comment.
that
It
kind
felt
of-
on that same
CGI
vibe.
blood.
It
like,
felt
was,
on the same vibe.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it
crazy.
felt like that kind of stuff.
Because what was it? Zombieland 2 sucked.
I didn't
like
actually
to-
never watched.
Red-
it.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Red Reese and Paul Warnick, those guys who wrote it, and I'm pretty sure they did like the Deadpool movies, right? Yeah, Deadpool and Deadpool 2, and like Deadpool 3, of course, is coming out. It just felt like on that kind of level of a movie, like that kind of comedy and darkness to it, and it was great.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's what it did feel.
every cop and old dog shows up. All the cops have been activated and they're all rogue now. And they give Aquafina the choice: give them to us, and you get a promotion, and Kyle gets to shut the fuck up.
And you get Kyle's parking spot. That was
Or
weird.
you just get killed.
Hey, I just said that Kyle shut the fuck up was part of the promotion.
Well, you didn't say why. It was because they were giving his parking spot.
Yeah, like I said, Kyle shut the fuck up.
They were giving his parking spot.
Yeah, like
you
I
don't
said,
just
Kyle,
tell
shut
the
the
man to
fuck
shut
up.
the fuck
And
up.
then
Why not?
You have to explain why
They
he's
always
mad.
ask, why is Kyle, never when is Kyle. You notice that in the film?
59 minutes and 54 seconds, and you should feel bad for that joke.
And
We gotta tag Corey's bad jokes in the comment section.
Give it timestamps.
Give it timestamps.
Timestamps on all of Corey's bad jokes. It was 32.
And then we get a really
46,
shitty
and
escape
59.
scene.
So I was not paying
I
attention.
said, and then we get a really shitty
Yeah,
escape scene.
Aquafina shoots out a light from above and then
And
jumps
then
in the car and takes
everyone,
off.
even the ones that were behind her, not by the light, freaked out and let her escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entire police force is shooting at her and
I
can't
mean,
stop her.
it's-
Not one
it's a
single cop
stupid
shot out a tire.
Movie.
Dude, and then
Like,
I could have swore I saw her get hit, and then it's never brought up again.
Well, no, you see
No, she-
her
yeah, she
bleeding
has-
like
she has
right
a-
here next morning.
she has
Yeah.
a gunshot.
When they're in his apartment, you
Oh,
see
I must
like
have been getting a freezy at that point.
you didn't see the red blood and dripping and like
I
right
thought
there.
I thought it was just like a
Like
mixed color
like
shirt.
he bandaged up her arm or whatever, and it was
Which-
like red.
I thought she just got it from Macy's.
By the way,
like his
hats
sweater.
off to whoever made the trailer for this movie, because I thought that was after they had like slept with each other or something in the trailer,
Yeah, that's
The
what
way
I
it was
was, that's
set
what I
up.
was thinking. Yeah.
and I was like, wow.
Because I don't think the trailer gave any of the like Lobo crime family stuff
didn't-
away at
it
all.
No,
didn't.
the
Like,
trailer
you
mixed
didn't
up
know-
so much stuff together. I was very
Yeah.
confused. I was like, I should be able to predict this movie, but the trailer gave
You're like
nothing
this.
away.
You're like in the trailer. You're like this entire movie is just about a support group.
That's why I
and then
didn't want to
Dracula
watch the movie, because it looked like it got spoiled in the fucking
in the
trailer.
whole trailer. But they left like out half the movie. Like they did a great job with the trailer. Did a great job with the
And it was
movie.
crazy too, because I thought Renfield and Aquafina would have ended up together, but like at the end, I just got it like we're best friends vibes, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, she's the type of chick like that you're only gonna be friends with. Like
Yeah, she's like getting high.
yeah.
Friend.
I just hate it because it's like she was destined for the same role in Shang-Chi. She's just Shang-Chi's
I mean,
friend.
she's just that type of chick. Like she
I
just
mean-
gives off them masculine vibes. Where
well,
you're
you see,
just
the
like,
problem is
I would
Renfield.
want
She
more
does
than
give
friend.
off
Hey,
masculine
you see,
vibes.
the problem
She's
is
just not a
Renfield
feminine
then met
type of make me a
Aquafina's
sandwich
sister in this
type
movie.
of chick.
I didn't even think of that.
What is it?
Think about it. You're talking to Aquafina, and then her sister walks up.
Oh yeah,
Who do you go
yeah,
for?
yeah.
Well, which one had a successful rap career?
I'm guessing neither, since they're
Neither.
both in Renfield.
You've never
Yeah.
heard of My Vag? That's what it's called, right?
Hey Corey, have you ever watched Community?
I have heard of.
I
Your
want you
badge.
to go
It sounds
watch-
disgusting.
I want you to go watch all of Community, then look up Childish Gambino, the internet.
Which
Do
is
that for me.
not his real name,
His name's not Childish
in case
Gambino.
you were wondering, Corey.
That's his rap name.
Dude,
That's
I
his
got
rap
2
name.
McDonald's experiences in one night.
We're blowing Corey's mind over here.
Damn.
That is
His
amazing.
name's not Childish?
No.
But
Or
yeah.
Gambino.
They decided.
Isn't that like a,
He's just making
a
up.
Cajun dish?
He's making up all, that's like a crime family too, Gambino.
Anyways,
What
Oh
does
wait,
it
that
mean?
was that in My Cousin Vinny? That was his
Can
name,
you
right?
look up what Don Quixote is? Because it was an actual thing. I don't
Don
remember.
Quixote.
It's a book, dude.
Is
Corey.
it?
It's a story.
Don Quixote.
Yeah.
No,
Answer
Don
these
that what you're
questions on
saying?
your own
Don
time.
Quixote.
Anyways,
Corey's super white. I didn't know if I mentioned that.
the
or not.
hotter sister calls Aquafina.
He calls them tacos and
Yeah.
quesadillas.
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 The hotter sister calls Renfield, saying the guy you have with you right now is connected to a bunch of murders.
Yeah. After she gets shot, they drive away. Like, they wake up the next morning. You don't even know where they went or how they got away, honestly. So they wake up the next morning in Renfield's apartment. He's making cookies. And, yeah. So, end of the movie. What was everybody's rating?
The fuck? That was
Oh,
the
just-
That was.
the hell.
Yeah, they wake up. He gives her cookies.
They agree to go meet
That's
her
what I mean.
sister.
Okay, so when she says not the shitty cookies, that's what I mean. I don't like the comedy. A lot of it missed
Yeah.
with me. A
The
lot
one
of
that looked like
her
shit.
comedy.
And he's like, I don't know which one you think looks like shit.
Yeah, a
And
lot
she
of her.
pistol whips a cookie into her hand.
A lot of the
Yeah.
comedy felt
But
flat coming from her.
Then
I
we
don't know.
see them.
Her
attempting
funniest
to
movie
leave.
was Crazy Rich Asians, though. Anyway,
Hey,
I never
so-
really laughed at
Really?
anything
So
she's done.
the first page of Don Quixote, I love it. It's called the first part. But tell me,
Clever.
I want you to rate my pronunciation of this on a scale of 1 to 5. Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra.
So bad.
That is a solid 1.
So
Yeah.
I scored. Thanks.
Anyways,
He
At
was
least it
born in
wasn't a
Spain.
0.
hey.
That's what I'm saying. I
Anyways,
scored.
anyways.
That's one homeschooled out of 10 public schools.
God damn.
Damn, you know one homeschool curriculum equals 10 public school curriculums.
Get the fuck
Damn,
out.
baby, I still scored.
But
Anyways.
Doug, how did you pass this kid?
Oh no. Anyways,
You just
they
said you
attempt
just
to
gave
leave.
up and said fuck it. give him his fucking goddamn slip. Let's get him. Let's get him to work. Let's get him to work. We need a manager at the store. Fuck it.
Oh no. Anyways, they attempt to leave to go meet her sister, where the cops come and ambush them at the
The
apartment
cops
complex.
and part of the Lobo family, you could tell like they didn't have their cop.
And
clothes,
Lobo
you
means
know.
wolves.
In case
Thank
no
you,
one knew
Corey.
that yet.
Yeah, we didn't know if anybody
Yeah.
knew that.
So the cops.
I didn't know that till Corey was
Did you know
explaining
Dracula
it to
could
me.
actually control the wolves in future iterations of
Yeah.
it?
So, anyways,
Corey-
the cops and
Corey's
the middle-aged
dropping-
Chihuahuas show up to attack them.
They're old.
I mean werewolves.
Corey's dropping bombs over here. bro. I didn't know any of this.
Renfield
until
has no bugs to eat because he got rid of all of them.
He's
on his
searching
life-changing
for 'em.
journey.
Poor Chris, he's just like trying to get us to get through
well,
this.
no.
We're kicking and screaming like, now!
Yeah, the problem is, and then they're gonna be like, Chris, why haven't you released it? And I'm like, I'm not listening through 3 hours of crap to edit, so
You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
released
okay,
the
yeah,
3
you're right,
hours
you're
of
right.
crap.
So
People will
Renfield
love it.
Renfield tells her he's still her prisoner, and as they're leaving, the Lobos and police show up, and they have another pretty cool fight, except for the really shitty CGI.
The ending was the coolest part. The ending of the fight was the coolest.
Yeah,
But
he
we'll
just,
get
like-
there. But he's
Well,
like
he's like
searching for bugs.
He's
Yeah.
fatalitying like everyone.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I like
Well-
the face ripping off. One.
Yeah.
That one's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was really cool. But like, he's searching everywhere for bugs, and of course, he sees the little kid from earlier with his little ant farm, and he starts downing the ants in the ant farm. And the mom's like, "Oh my God, you're a piece of shit. What are you doing?" Like, she was so sweet to him earlier. I don't know why.
Like,
Why
you're
all
a
of a
bad
sudden she
person,
changed?
Because he was
Renfield.
eating the ant farm,
to
bro.
be fair,
Yeah,
a
but-
SWAT team
well,
showed
you
up to
bust-
catch him.
you
and
busted
he busted
the
into their
door.
house and ate their insects.
Well, I mean, good God, they were friends earlier. Like, he
He
did 10.
kicked down
It's
their
like
door.
It's like one of
and
those things where you
their-
did.
took the kids'
Wait,
ants. and
fuck! It's like one
The
of those
kid
things.
offered them though. He did offer them.
You do 10 nice things for
Yes, he did
somebody.
through
He's
the
like,
window.
and he's like, "Give me that." No, because the kid was just holding it. Kid doesn't know. Hey, he like to eat bugs.
The
Make
kid
it
knocked
small.
on the window and did this.
Yeah, he was like
held
showing
up-
it to him.
I must have been getting icy at that point.
He was
I
like
don't
showing
remember
it
that.
to you're
Yeah, I
free
felt
icy.
Fucking 10-minute icy. Jesus Christ.
But it's like throughout this movie, you could tell like he probably did 10 nice things for this fucking kid. His
He
mom
did one
loved
nice
him.
thing, he gave him
his
a
mom.
bug.
You don't know that. You got to go by what you don't see, Corey.
Yeah.
And then all of a
Like,
sudden he
the
does
movie
one
takes place
thing.
over like the course of a weekend.
Okay.
To be fair, you were telling
can do
Corey,
a lot of nice things
You're
in a
telling
weekend.
Corey to read between the lines, and this is the guy that in
I can't
John
even
Wick,
read.
in John Wick, he thought the blind guy was able to see and tell Wick if there were 9 or 12 people. And you're telling this motherfucker
Hey.
to read between the lines.
He had some humanity in that moment. He was stressing out. He was right there, like the sun's about to come up, and I'm gonna
Corey,
forfeit.
I'm
and
so
they're gonna
glad.
kill me.
I'm so glad you're sticking to this story.
And he's like, he got kicked down. He's like, this is gonna be my second time going up these stairs. The sun's coming up, about to forfeit my contract.
Corey, don't ever let
Shit,
that.
is there 9 or 12 guys?
I gotta go back and watch it. Corey might be right.
But yeah,
He was reading Braille, 9 or 12. It was like some Braille thing that fell from the heavens. It's
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, so
so yeah, the fight finishes. Aquafina does her bad joke.
What was the bad joke?
It doesn't matter. It's a bad joke. Let's not live on bad jokes.
yeah.
Let's look at the
Like
good.
I
I
said,
want
it
another
was,
bad joke.
What?
We're gonna repurpose this and recycle it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten that 30-minute long icy.
Oh,
Even
I
though-
remember what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah,
Because I just got back from getting my icy, and she said, "You know how people are like, oh, it's okay, I've seen worse.
Oh, yeah,
and she's
yeah.
like, this is my I've seen worse moment.
Yeah, every time somebody that was terrible. But listen, during that fight, even though the CGI blood was god awful when he ripped that dude's arms off, I still thought it was cool as fuck that he ripped that dude's arms off and was beating people with it.
Yeah, that was
and then he literally threw him down and threw him like
spears.
People. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and when he was hitting people with it, like you could clearly tell it was like a rubber hand.
As opposed to the real hands that you want people to use.
I think if it was a real arm, it would have looked better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Avengers would have.
I don't think you could throw a real arm.
It didn't have a limp to it. It was stiff like
I don't
that.
think you could throw a real arm.
Like a PS1 game. He's like slapping him around
point.
with his open hand.
But
Will Smith in him.
Whose arm do you need?
Keep Aquafina's name out your mouth.
Is Renfield gonna come smack us up because we've been dogging on Aquafina like this whole time?
He's going to be smacking on you,
But
man.
yeah.
We're gonna walk out and like all of a sudden 2 arms are just gonna impale us. Like, fuck.
And I'm going to be like, they're rubber still, man. They're not real arms.
Aquafina and Renfield leave to go.
Wait. That leaves like the coolest part though when they're stepping down and there's like bodies and then bodies and then more bodies and they're just like walking through like 100 bodies and I don't even remember them killing that.
Why
many
are we
people,
staying on the scene with the god awful Aquafina?
Yeah,
joke?
and then
these two are just like.
Then she had that joke from when I got back from my icy and I saw the joke. And it was
saw
like,
the joke?
Yeah, I see the world differently than you. Okay, you don't have to hate me for it.
I love you for it, Cole.
I learned.
It's
They're
so
really great,
amazing,
man.
like-
I can't watch a movie without subtitles. So when we go to the theater like this, I see the subtitles.
So we have to watch Old Boy in subtitle.
Hey,
Yeah.
can we?
I don't know.
Can we please leave Aquafina scene and go to the scene with
The
Nicolas
Old Boy
Cage?
movie I
Was it-
watched.
Hey, wait, Aquafina was in
Yeah,
Old Boy,
and that's
right?
and that's when we
No,
get.
the Old Boy I watched was in
Aquafina was
English.
in Old Boy.
Okay,
right?
that's
No.
no.
And it was Joe.
No, joke's bad. Anyways, moving on. We get Nicolas Cage
Apache
back
Joe.
with
Hey, Chris,
Old
you know how
Chihuahua.
people say it's okay, I've seen worse? This is my worst.
Okay, so then
See,
we
they're
get.
laughing. It worked. I
Then we
recycled
get.
it. Every bad joke.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off with these
Where,
terrible
where,
jokes.
where are
though.
we at this
Uh,
point?
They get ready. They get him a whole bunch of bugs. They get her a
No,
bunch of
no.
guns.
No, you just skipped a whole bunch so y'all can talk 30 minutes about Aquafina's
We want-
dumbass joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I love it. Somehow we
Yeah.
skipped from that to the
Yeah.
end. We're not skipping over why they're going to fight Alucard
It
there.
was like 5 minutes. They go to the fucking restaurant. where they're
because-
supposed
no,
to meet her
something
sister.
happens before the restaurant.
Yeah, no. We also get.
Nothing
We
happens
get. We
before
get.
the
Yes, we
restaurant.
do.
Was it
Yes,
when
we do.
she-
We get Dracula talking to Ted
Lobo
Lobo,
Boy.
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
he tells him like, "Hey, what is it that y'all do?" And he tells him, "Dude, we're bad guys. We sell drugs. We kill people. That's kind of what we do." He's like, "Would you?"
I think we actually skipped this part like an hour ago.
Yeah, and he's like, "Dude,
No,
would
it
you?"
happened. It does happen after because it's when Alucard returns. Dracula returns.
No, but then there's also they had to fit in the scene where he meets the mom too.
Well, yeah,
So I
no,
think
that's what I'm
this
saying.
was
He
like
says
from
no.
earlier.
He says you got to meet my mom.
Yeah.
Then we get.
So they bring him in the coffin. They put the shades down to make it pitch black in the.
Why did they
fucking-
do that? Was it to keep the creepy aesthetic?
Yeah.
And
So
then-
the sun
then,
doesn't hit him, you idiot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You donut
It
of
was
a
a-
human.
it
They're
was
in
a
a
set.
skyscraper.
He's really pale. He should go get some sun.
It was the set ambiance.
And then
That's what I was
It
thinking.
was for-
Because
it was
he
for
was trying.
romance,
Well, the way I
Hold on, no.
perceived
He's
it
introduced-
was he was
no.
trying to get the mom and Dracula
Didn't they-
together.
Yeah, he wanted he wants a new stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Didn't she talk to the sister before this? She was talking. She had called the sister when they were
Well,
supposed
she-
to meet up with her, and
She called
gets
her
a
from
call.
the restaurant.
She gets a call from the lady instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she calls the sister. The mom has the sister's phone.
But that's
Yeah.
at that point. That's when we meet. Because remember,
And
what was it?
Renfield gets a mind call.
No, I know why we met. How we met Dracula again. I remember because it was after Renfield bodies everyone, and the cop's like, "Dude, this guy's a fucking freak. Y'all are on your own." And he leaves. He's like, "I'm out." And that's when he gets killed by Ted. Ted has
The police
he has
captain.
powers. He has
Yeah.
another familiar for Dracula. And he introduces Dracula
They
to his
bring-
mom,
they bring
and
Dracula in a
he's now
coffin.
the new leader of this.
And then I learned
crime
Corey
family.
evidently doesn't realize sunlight kills Dracula.
I
Well,
thought he was
okay,
just trying to set
so-
the mood for
so
the mom.
Dracula-
No, do you not remember the beginning of the movie when that curtain falls down, the sun hits him, and he lights on fire?
I thought it was just like a Texas summer.
No, you donut. They're in Europe.
Chris doesn't.
So
It
he
gets
now.
hot.
Chris, you understand you're being trolled right now, right?
I don't really know. He's just this stupid.
You know,
9 and 12.
Hey,
Corey. 9 and 12.
How long have you lived in Texas, and like when you step outside, you literally just catch on fire?
Well, I'm a man, unlike
Every
you, so
August. Every August.
Every August, thank
Every
you.
August.
Real
I work
men
in a
don't catch
prison.
on
I
fire.
work in a prison, and I'm on fire.
So
all the
Dracula
fucking
becomes the
time.
new leader of this crime
So you want to
family.
put the curtains
Yeah,
down?
he now has fulfilled
And,
his destiny as controlling the werewolves, Corey.
Yeah, and that's
Because
when,
Lobo means wolves, and Dracula could control werewolves in the earlier films.
No,
and-
not the films, the book, dude.
Mind blowing.
I thought the film was better.
Which one?
Which one?
Any
Yeah,
of them.
which one?
Yeah, which one? No, and name the cast too.
Okay, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Now name the cast.
By who?
Directed by Bram Stoker.
Did Bram Stoker play Dracula?
No.
And he played Dracula.
No.
So they had to get up close for that
No.
one.
Corey, what is your favorite Universal monster?
Probably Swamp Thing.
Oh, thank God you didn't say mine.
Swamp ass thing.
You would pick the stupid one. Zuli, what's your favorite Universal monster?
The creature from Blue Lagoon.
The Mummy.
Name all of them.
Oh, okay, Brandon Fraser.
Yeah.
Name all of them.
Let's see. There's. You don't want the wives, right?
No.
There's
Fuck them
Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, Swamp Thing, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
thought it was
does that
Blue
count?
Lagoon.
Yeah, it's Creature from the
Yeah.
Black Lagoon.
The Mummy. Who am I forgetting? Because really, there's like the core four, and then like.
Core
There's
four.
what?
Spreads out.
There's what?
There's what?
The
The core
Elite
four.
Say it for Chase at home. The core
The
four.
core
No,
four.
the Elite Four.
That's what our podcast was supposed to be called, was the core four.
It was not.
But Chris, I don't know,
Never.
he felt bad about stealing from Scream or something. Okay, so it's Dracula, Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, and the Wolfman.
There you go. See?
Is the Wolfman like a werewolf?
Shut the fuck up.
Probably. I mean, for me, probably Dracula. I guess. Like all of these are.
The Mummy. Just Brandon Fraser really made that movie.
I love that logic.
Oh, when y'all say Universal monsters, it's because it's by Universal, and not that they're just like Universal monsters that can be used.
No, they were
No,
originally
they're
like
part of
from
Universal.
Universal. They're like they're like the original monster movies too.
Wait, hold on. I don't think that answered my question. So it's because Universal
Owns
Studios.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like
Universal
they
Pictures.
made these movies back in the day, and
Yeah.
these were like the original monsters.
Monsters. Okay, so I was like Universal because they can be used.
Yeah, do you
either
have
way.
one?
I don't think.
Do
Does
I have
anybody
one?
like
favorite
That is
favorite
complete
Universal
garbage.
monster.
So wait, let's
like,
see.
With the classic.
We have the Mummy. What was yours,
Probably
Corey?
Don Quixote.
Universal monster. Stupid.
Oh,
Vin Diesel.
yeah. Bam. Well, I'll say Frankenstein didn't kill himself, and Dracula.
What was yours?
It gotta be Dracula. He's the only one I like. This is like relevant.
Is
honestly.
Renfield a Universal monster?
He will be now.
No.
No.
Renfield.
Mine.
But there is a Dracula. So
Any guesses for mine?
Mummy.
The Wolfman. Wolfman for sure. 100%.
Yes.
Chris is
Oh,
the
that's
Wolfman.
why he likes Homegirl from Wednesday.
Yeah.
What was her
Yeah.
name?
No.
Thursday.
That's why he liked the fucking what's it called, the one.
but
hour
I do
thing that
prefer
Disney Plus
over
put out.
werewolves
Yeah.
and vampires.
No.
Werewolves are way
Werewolf
cooler.
at
by
Night.
Midnight.
Yeah.
Werewolves are way cooler. They don't die in the sunlight.
No. Here's the thing, though. Werewolves, though, they get so much shit in characterization and
They
writing and a
really
lot of
do.
stuff. Because, like, even when a vampire character's written goofy, like in this, Dracula, it's like fucking fantastic. Where they don't even try and write him goofy, and you get shit like Twilight and Teen Wolf for werewolves.
Jesus Christ. Twilight reference. Good. Can we try harder in the future to keep those out of this fucking podcast?
Those are good movies.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Corey, it's about
Twilight
to be
was
the
a
core
fan
three.
fiction.
No, hold on.
You're about to be fired.
Twilight
Corey's not getting any.
does work as a comedy.
I was gonna say, back me up, bro. Twilight wasn't
They
that
do.
bad.
No, even Charlie reviewed these hoes as a
Charlie as in
from-
the whale.
No, what? No, from
Charlie Day?
from
Luigi?
Penguin Zero, Moist Critical. He reviewed the Twilight movies, or he saw them, talked about them. Even he's like, yeah, they're pretty good as a shitty.
I
series.
live by what that means.
and those are good.
But they weren't.
I used to watch them just out of comedy.
They weren't comedies. They were trying so hard to be
That's
serious.
what's so
and it was
amazing.
so-
That's what works
Y'all remember
about
that
them.
one time where him and Bella broke the bed, and it was because he was trying to resist from biting her neck?
That's what works so well.
I
about
had
these
to watch
movies.
all of those shitty movies because my ex-girlfriend
Wow.
read the books and she fucking loved the goddamn books.
What a cock.
And if I wanted
would-
pussy that night, we had to watch Twilight.
I would
You
like
know
to
what?
resist biting
You,
it.
you know what?
It was good pussy.
You know what Delissa said about those movies? They fucking suck, and we watched 30 Days of Night instead.
30 Days of Night was damn good. Man.
Hey, I would like to say though, respect to Robert Pattinson.
Lucky motherfucker, you have a wife that doesn't like this.
Who's like, yeah, thanks to doing those, I can now film whatever movie I want.
The Batman was fucking good.
The Lighthouse was really fucking good, and so was The Rover.
You don't
All
like
of those.
my cooking?
Oh, Good Times was also a really good movie by Robert
That was a
Pattinson.
Lighthouse quote.
I know.
I still think that's really cool though. Him and Harry Potter, they were both like after they got done with their
Oh yeah, that's
franchises.
another good movie by Robert Pattinson, the Harry Potter.
Well, no, the main character Daniel Radcliffe, he was pretty much like Robert Pattinson. He's like, after those movies, I could do whatever the fuck I want. I do not have to do another movie.
And then he
for money
decided to
again.
play in The Woman in Black.
Oh, this is the worst conversation I've ever had in my life. Where we're talking about Twilight.
Remember?
Hey,
remember
wait,
when
no.
Taylor Lautner's
Let me
character
remind
died?
him. No, let me
It
remind
was
him.
imprinted on a fucking toddler.
I
Wait a
will-
minute, wait a minute.
Actual
That
baby.
wouldn't even get canceled.
I
They'd
will
be like,
watch-
He just likes little kids.
Wait
I
a
will
minute,
watch
wait a
the
minute,
other
wait a
45 minutes of The Well to
I
get out of
have
this
to
Twilight
ask Damien a
discussion.
question. I have to ask Damien a question.
No, I don't know.
Do you
any
like? No.
Twilight. I don't know anything about Twilight.
No.
What book is
No,
closest
no,
to you?
no.
New
I have to
Moon.
let this sink in for him. I have to let this sink in for him. Damien, do you like it when I take the subjects off topic? Because this is where we're gonna end up is Twilight every time. I will make sure.
I fucking quit the podcast,
I will
bro.
make sure.
Your
I
favorite.
will make
your
sure.
How you gonna let the only black guy on this podcast fucking leave? You racist piece of
Brandon Neal
shit.
will be guest starring on Real Discussion.
You racist piece of shit.
Well, here's the choice. We can go back to Renfield or Twilight.
Can we please go back to Renfield?
Okay.
No, wait, hold on. Say, please, Chris, can we go back to
Please,
Renfield?
please, Daddy Chris. Can we get off of Twilight
And go back to
and
what?
never speak on it ever again?
So you said New Moon was like close to your personality.
Oh.
All right, back to Renfield. Dracula is hooking up with the old lady who runs
Damn, so he gets
the.
laid with
Lobos family.
It's not the Lobos. It's the young Greyhounds.
She's the crime boss. She's the queen
But-
of the mafia.
They immediately both decide Dracula's
in
gonna
charge.
riz her up and that she's gonna go with it. I was like, okay.
Of course, because there's never anything that says Dracula doesn't like pussy.
I know. I just thought it was funny. I was like,
No?
that's
Has
his
there ever
first
been
thought.
Yeah,
anything in a
but
book or a
like-
movie
but
that
like-
said he can't have sex?
But like, you know, it's like a lady who has a voice of like someone who's smoked for the last.
I know,
fa-
for that
last
voice
100
was
years.
Corey showed. What was that thing you showed me where the fucking?
Wait,
I think
are
it
we
was
going off
Miley.
topic?
I think it was Miley Cyrus speaking in a deep
you're-
voice,
that
and
you're
then it
an
went to like a
asshole.
fucking rat or some shit.
Yeah.
Speaking, and it sounded, and I just kept thinking about that, and I'm like, oh my god, this
Hey,
voice.
did the rat sound
Why
like
is
any
this-
of the characters in
Why
Twilight?
is this old woman still alive when she's clearly smoked like 80,000 cigarettes in her
Corey.
life?
Corey,
is the part that you remember.
Corey, did the old lady sound like a character from Twilight?
Yeah.
Which one did she?
All of them.
She reminded me actually of a character. It was
Wait, was
what's
she?
her name? Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. The character.
Oh,
The only black guy who Corey knows.
Andrea Kendrick.
You know, Corey,
What's her name?
I
Anna
expected-
Kendrick.
Yeah, her.
She's
I
sexy for a
forget
white
she's in
kid.
Twilight so much.
I don't, cause I thought she was hot.
Did you?
She's
well, she
sexy
is
for a white
but
bitch.
did you know she will not acknowledge that she was in that movie
Did you
In
know?
Would you?
in Twilight? When they asked her, the girl
Anna
from Pitch
Kendrick,
Perfect.
the one with the skinny one with the big tits.
Dude, I thought she was cool when she was playing those cups in the cafeteria. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
You guys.
She
know
was in
Twilight way
what's
more
that?
than
Pitch
I do.
Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. She was
But
in those singing.
I-
The skinny, real skinny white bitch
I
with the
didn't
big
watch Pitch
tits.
Perfect.
No,
I didn't
okay.
watch Pitch Perfect.
Hey, here's the
She's
thing.
more than that.
No, she's
Anna
not.
Kendrick,
Yes,
though.
she is.
I just want to
Whenever
jack
she
off to
is
her big tits.
questioned-
Queen.
I just want to bust on her big tits. That's it.
That's
Jesus.
disgusting.
Jesus.
It's literally
but-
the only thing she looks
Hey,
good for.
Why?
You're
Why
like-
is this? Why is it
That's where I
disgusting?
crossed the line.
Hold on. Why is it disgusting?
Because it's like animals in there.
What's animals?
In the cum.
In the cum. Fuck.
But no, Anna Kendrick will not acknowledge that she was in Twilight.
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Yeah, she'll dead ass tell interviewers she's like, I wasn't in that.
Would you?
No, I wasn't.
Would
Like
you?
they'll pull up clips of her and she's like, not me.
Like, would you acknowledge that you were Taylor Lautner?
To be fair,
If
Robert,
I was Taylor Lautner, no. If I was just
Okay,
in the,
why are we
if I
pronouncing
was
his last name differently? You said Lautner, and then you said Lochner, like he's
Something.
Loch Ness monster.
To be
He's
fair,
a universal
what?
he
monster.
is.
What
he
is
is.
that?
That's what he. That's what he
Is
named the baby. Remember?
Is that guy still
That's all I
alive?
really know.
Hold on.
No, he's a shit actor, and
Is he
it took
still-
Hollywood.
We're
Wait,
talking about how
hold on.
William Dafoe's the Universal Monster.
Bro, he had a movie last year called
Taylor
Home
Lautner?
Team. Yeah, it's
What is it called?
Home Team.
I thought you said Mole Team, and I
Home
was like,
Team.
what is that?
Like
a
it sounds
spy
like some
movie?
gay shit.
Okay.
Yeah, Renfield.
He was in Scream Queens, the TV show.
Oh, we're going off topic. You want to go back to Twilight?
We're talking about Twilight. We're talking about the
Can we
amazing
just-
career.
Can we just review Twilight,
We're
and
talk-
then the
We're talking about the amazing
gender
career
swap
of
girl
Taylor
together.
Lautner.
Okay. And
Future
back to
Oscar
Renfield.
winner. When he gains 600 pounds and plays a gay guy, he'll win the Oscar. Taylor Lautner. That's all you gotta
That's
do.
literally my goal in life.
That's all you gotta do, Taylor
All right.
Lautner. Is gain 600 pounds
300 more pounds.
and play a gay guy.
Back to Renfield.
You will win every award out there.
They rizzed him up. They rizzed each other up. They're waiting.
He fingered her
Aquafina
old
and Renfield
dusty
are
vagina
waiting
a little bit.
for the sister to come, and that's when she gets the phone call. He gets the weird mind call that the sister's been captured.
Yeah, and then they're like, we gotta have a plan. So he goes and buys a bunch of bugs. She goes and gathers up a bunch of guns.
And they take young Coyote's car from impound.
Okay, this is gonna be the last time
Badass
I go off
Challenger.
topic. Chris
No,
dressed
it's not.
for the movie.
Huh?
The Vampire King. He dressed for the movie.
Was that
Is that-
actually on purpose?
I just found this shirt in my closet. And I was like, oh shit, I love that
Oh,
shirt.
Hell
Chris,
yeah.
that does look like Nic Cage. Good job.
Thank you.
But
And
it was a
then,
badass
Anyway,
challenger.
so
You
they
didn't like
get
that challenger?
crucifixes and everything, don't they?
The what?
The challenger that they took from him?
Yeah, I like that. I like
shit
the
was badass.
It kept
blower at
sparking.
the top. That hole was clean.
That shit was badass.
But
Like, we might as well go in style. They know we're coming anyway.
Yeah.
And then they go and pick like the freaking standard like V6 Challenger that's like 20K. Ah, that's cool. Well, that's
Yeah,
I
but it
don't
was
think there
loud,
was
though.
anything standard about that challenger.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
hole
had.
was loud.
The color was standard.
Orange?
No,
Yeah.
no.
All of them.
The
were
whole
orange from
car
what
was
I've
loud as fuck. It had fucking.
That
It's
had to
chromed
been a-
out.
that had to
There
been
was
a VA with,
lights
like,
in
so
the
much
fucking
money put
rims,
on.
dude.
Yeah.
But they show up. All the bad guys come out, and we learn at this point that there are other things that you can do than eat the bug to gain the powers.
Hey,
Like
hold on.
shove them up your butt.
Do
I
you
was
guys
surprised
think-
when that happened.
Do you guys think if we eat bugs right now, we'll gain power?
No, don't do that.
No.
But he takes the biggest centipede.
If you shove them in your ass,
Corey-
it
Corey-
goes in your body faster.
Corey said they're high in protein, so
Yeah, young Lobo.
he snorts it like cocaine, bro.
Yeah, the biggest centipede ever.
Yeah,
Oh
how
yeah,
cool
he
is that?
snorts.
really
He
fucking
snorts
cool.
a centipede, and then like all the fucking henchmen come out, and they're all
Yeah,
they're all familiar.
They all got power too, but he dispatches
fucks
of
them
them.
up.
They look like the Vampire Council from Twilight.
He dispatches
He
of them super
fucks
easy.
them up. I guess it's because he has experience.
That was
That's
my
what I
thought
think.
too.
That's what I
going
was
into it
thinking. He's been doing it for
because
80 years. They've been doing it for 5
That's the
minutes.
thing. He's been doing it for at least 80. That's as far as they can record him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it went back to 1931, so what, 90 years?
No, I'm sure he's older than that.
No, I'm saying, but it like in the
Well, they
very
had a
beginning.
picture of his family. So when did the picture come out? Google that.
Well, I'm saying in the beginning when it's doing the
No,
introduction,
find
it
out when
shows
the
like
first
the
picture
original. It shows him like from the original one.
Corey.
We're about to track this man.
Corey, that's a you job.
My phone's on the charger, bro. It's about to-
Oh, too bad.
Can I use the podcast computer?
No.
Yeah. Ruined the
Anyways,
recording. Good job, Corey.
they do their
Can I
whole
use your phone,
fight.
Damien?
To Google some.
While
porn.
that is happening,
Yeah.
Aquafina manages to get to Dracula.
Fucking weird.
Damien.
Dracula's strategy
You gotta
is to
stop talking
immediately
so much
rizz up
on yours.
Aquafina.
Here, let me show you the sexiest porn star.
What are your
in
thoughts
porn.
on that?
I wanted to see when the first picture came out.
I can't hear what you're saying. These two dudes are just talking about porn.
Jaden, you want to be our
I know,
editor or
right? They
whatever?
just refuse. They're like, we won't end the movie.
When did the first camera? When was the first camera invented? First camera? Yeah.
Look, the sexiest
Okay.
porn star in porn right now.
Jesus
Zoe
Christ.
Sand.
Not even. But
What?
But
Not
yeah,
even.
no. Aquafina gets rizzed up by Nicolas
Those
Cage,
eyes.
and it's like, hey, if you join me, we'll let your sister live.
he does, or she does.
Ooh, guys, issue 1816.
Oh, fuck. I just take it.
How's that an issue? The guy. Okay,
Anyways.
so yeah, Dracula is trying to.
Convert her to the dark side.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, he's okay. So Renfield.
and while that's
dispatches of the
happening,
henchmen.
Renfield is having his
he's-
showdown with his arch rival, self-proclaimed arch rival.
Self-proclaimed yin to his yang.
Which
even
I
though
love
they've
that.
only met
Renfield just
twice.
calls it out. He's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, he's like,
"No,
dude,
you're
we
not."
literally just fucking.
He's like, we
met.
met twice, bro. And it pisses off little Teddy Lobo. Little Teddy
Um,
Familiar.
And Lobo means wolf.
Little Teddy Familiar.
And then that's when we get to see an actual Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah, we okay. So he's been fatality
Yeah,
people the
X-ray is
whole
what we got to
movie,
see.
but
shit
then
was
this
cool
one
as
we got an X-ray.
that shit was cool.
What did you
as
think
fuck.
about the CGI blood sucked, but what about the CGI shit?
Yeah, the
It
CGI
was all
shit and throw up.
It was all shit.
It was like the CGI blood colored
CGI
brown.
blood is fucking stupid. When you can just put a little tube in someone's shirt and make blood splatter.
But I
It
mean,
worked
when
for
he
the first Evil Dead.
fatality'd him though.
And then as you see the little tubes coming out and spraying the blood.
Yeah, but that was cool. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking.
That's
CGI,
what I said. I said it worked.
CGI
Stop being so aggressive.
CGI blood sucks.
But when he
Yeah,
did when he
CGI
did the
blood
actual
is
like
awful.
fatality and it was like vomit from this way and like shit from this way because
I
he
mean-
broke his spine. Like how that CGI actual shit looked though.
It was just the blood covered.
It looked
brown.
awful.
Colored brown.
Cause
Yeah, it was just
CGI.
blood, but they changed it to brown. They clicked on brown in editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was the same shot from when he ripped the dude's arms off earlier, but they
Yeah.
were like, "All right, let's do brown.
same
all right,
spray
we're
pattern.
good. All right,
Yeah.
it's over with."
Yeah.
Maybe they just rushed this
But,
movie a little bit.
Nah, it was great.
Then he rushes up to Aquafina and she's like, "I'm gonna take the deal. I'm gonna take the
Because
deal."
her sister's dead.
Yeah,
That's
the
like the
sister's
deal.
dead.
Yeah.
And Dracula's like, "I can bring her back to life if you just serve me." And
and it looks like she's about to take the deal, but no, she's just getting closer to him to open
The
up
minute
the.
she said, "Through the
windows.
darkness, I can see the light," I was like, "Yeah, she's good."
yeah, and then
Yeah.
she like opens the shades. He kind of bursts into flames, but then bursts into a whole bunch of bats and like leaves the room.
There's a
They
lot
go
of
into the
burst in this
shadows.
film.
They head down. They head down to the murder basement.
Yeah.
And that's when what
What's
he's
his
about
name?
to
Renfield gets
to
knocked
eat.
out.
Yeah, well, he's about to eat
Aquafina.
Aquafina, and
She shoots his foot, so he bleeds.
No. Renfield comes up and like rips off his.
Yeah.
No, but
he
because
shoots the
Renfield
foot
is like
of
actually
Dracula.
like dead
Oh,
and like
yeah,
knocked
you're
out
right,
or
you're
whatever,
right, yeah.
and so she shoots Dracula's foot so he'll bleed onto Renfield
'Cause
to
his
heal
blood
him.
can heal.
Yeah, to heal him, and then he comes up like Dracula's large ass fangs are coming out at Aquafina, and then he comes from behind him and fucking rips his fangs off, and it looks cool as fuck.
It was
but
a
then
really
they
clever
literally-
way.
then they
the
literally-
stabbing through the hands and like
Yeah.
turning his hands
But-
upward so they break.
But then they just instantly grow back.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't take my teeth.
Yeah, that seemed overpowered.
But then like,
He's Dracula.
yeah,
I
he's
would
Dracula.
assume he is.
He's immortal.
Uh,
Supposed to be.
and then we learn
And
that you can, instead of using purifying salt to
You can use
make a circle.
cocaine.
Wait. You gotta talk about Renfield getting his confidence, and he starts beating Dracula on the ground, talking about I am enough, I have enough. All those affirmations come back in his mind, and he is enough.
The same
And-
way Bella got
it's-
confidence in
That's
Twilight.
amazing. Yes.
And
It's
then,
amazing.
and
You
he
seem
beats,
to know an
he
awful
beats,
lot about
Yeah,
Twilight.
he beats
It's
the
quite
shit
weird.
out of Dracula,
Hey,
and
My favorite scene
kids-
was the mountain.
Kids, I would like to say, if she is hot enough, you will learn stupid, obscure shit.
So
and
were you
Bella-
Team Edward or
Bella
Team
is
Jacob?
not hot at all. That fucking what's that white bitch's name that plays Bella?
Kristen Stewart.
Christian Stewart.
Oh my gosh, she is not hot at all. What is wrong with you?
No, remember the mountain
No,
scene?
stupid. I'm talking about a girl
Hey.
in real life, you idiot.
Hey, remember the mountain scene in Breaking Dawn Part 1? where
No, I don't
they're-
remember any of
there's an
that.
icy
Corey.
mountain,
He's
and
like,
they had to choose
no,
which
he's
tent
like,
to sleep
remember when
in,
we tried
the
to explain
werewolf
to
tent
Eric?
or the
Because
vampire?
Eric was like, Chris, how do you know that My Little Pony name? And I was like, there was a girl in college, and she was hot enough. I was like, I'll learn the stupid
Corey.
pony's name.
Corey is apparently an encyclopedia of Twilight knowledge.
Well, it's not that. It's
Maybe
more so
maybe
that was
we-
like that
maybe
was
we
a
need to do a
pivotal
Twilight
moment
review on,
for
like,
Bella's
all
character. She
8
had
movies.
to pick: do I sleep in the tent with Edward the vampire or with Jacob the werewolf? And then basically Edward had to basically let Bella sleep in the tent with Jacob because he's a vampire. He's dead. He's cold.
She
and
was
Jacob's
obsessed.
a werewolf.
She was
he's
obsessed with the fucking vampire. She was never gonna.
warm. But remember,
be
and then
with
she's like
Taylor
sleeping in
Lautner.
she's sleeping in the tent with werewolf Jacob. And like there's steam coming off of him, and Edward's like sitting in the tent, like looking like.
Edward was Dracula, so he
Because
controlled
he's like,
the werewolf.
he was all like,
so
he's like, only I can save her. She has to sleep with me, and takes his shirt off, and then like.
his
hugs
name
her.
was Edward Lobo. He
Hey,
controlled
I have-
the werewolves.
I have the real question. Do werewolves have the powers to talk to dogs?
Yes.
Of course, they're dog related. They're canine.
So how is
related.
that not your favorite Universal monster, Damien?
I mean,
You've been exposed.
Because he didn't
Yeah.
think of it really.
I've always wondered that. I'm like, so on the night of the full moon, can the Wolfman talk to a dog?
They could do it before.
I
the
never
film.
really thought about like any of the universal creatures.
You see, I feel
they're all
like
kind
any
of
show
shit.
that goes with that logic is super cringy.
No,
Like
you
Teen
get cool
Wolf.
movies like Strays. I'm gonna bite a dick off.
No, you
Movie
get
looks
You get
hilarious.
shit like
That
T-Boy.
does not look hilarious.
So funny. I cannot wait to see this Will Ferrell movie.
But yeah,
And
we
I
get
can't wait to see if he actually bites Doug's dick off.
Yeah, we get to see a protection circle made out of cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Apparently you can do it out of any
Dracula is
powder.
about to make his comeback, he gets sealed into a protective circle made by cocaine, and thanks to the Wiccan
Tumblr.
Reddit,
No,
Tumblr.
Wiccan Tumblr.
Wiccan Tumblr,
She looked up the lyrics.
and
for the
and they
song.
proceed to
Kill him.
beat the shit out of
Yeah,
poor
How
Dracula.
you just pronounced that made me realize I did not hear him right. So it's the Wiccan.
Do you know what
Tumblr.
Wiccan is, Corey?
Yeah.
Yes. So I was thinking y'all were saying Wick and Tumblr, and I was like, what is that? Like a
That's
Tumblr
John
website?
Wick's Tumblr.
No, it's the Wiccan
Yeah, Wiccan.
Tumblr.
Yes, Corey.
Ah.
Just
This
like you
bout of
didn't know
stupidity was brought to
prescription.
you by Corey McClendon.
Corey asked me, what did he say? I said, he said prescription for cocaine, Corey.
I didn't hear what he said.
I'm trying to laugh at the
I
joke,
was-
and Corey's like, what did he say he had for that cocaine? I'm like,
So-
prescription.
Look, I went to refill my icy, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So they kill
It
him
took
in
you a long
every
time to
way
refill that.
imaginable. This ends with them like chopping him up into ice cubes made of
concrete,
cement.
yeah,
and dumping it in
was
the sewer.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know if he can. I've seen him come back from crazier, but it's gonna take a sure fucking long time for him to come back.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
this.
It pretty much.
And then they
I
steal
guess
his blood.
no. I do like that it pretty much admits that, for all intents and purposes, Dracula is immortal. Even doing that shit to him probably won't kill him.
They chopped him up. Yeah, that's why we're gonna get.
They
a Renfield
liquefied him and turned him into cement, and then just turned him into little ice cubes. Yeah,
Yeah, that was.
and
great.
he's like, he may actually come back from this, but it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, so the entire Renfield Part 2 is gonna be Dracula's.
Reassembling the cement cubes like
Yeah.
Thanos in the Infinity
If there's a
Dracula's
god, there
healing.
won't be a part 2.
But they
won't be
also
a part
they
two.
stole a whole bunch of Dracula's blood. So they healed his sister. They brought her back from the dead. They brought back the entire support group from the dead with the blood.
I really thought he was gonna try to cure like all diseases in the world with it. I really did. That's what I would have done.
You probably could.
Well, then we couldn't have had the Universal Predator movie where autism's the future.
The fuck?
Yeah, but the
I told you about that.
well, no.
I thought I showed you it.
There's
No.
a problem with him using it to cure everybody in the world. There's a finite amount of the blood, and
I know, but they could like look at it, reverse engineer, CRISPR the shit out of it.
that's a dangerous game. I feel like
all
with Dracula's
more storylines for Renfield 2. They're reverse engineering Dracula's blood to try to cure all diseases.
Because
It
did
turns
end with
everybody
that
into
shot of
vampires.
Dracula's blood.
No, it didn't.
It goes bad and turns everybody into vampires.
I must have been getting my eyes with that.
Yeah.
Do what?
So yeah, it ends with them at the support group,
Yeah.
and then they get up and walk away.
There was
But
actually a
it showed
jug.
the blood on
yeah,
the-
there was a jug of
I
Dracula's
was
blood
right, you
at the
liar.
support
Making
group.
me second guess myself.
Was
Like
it?
it was like
that's
a
'cause
it was
he-
a picture.
he
and it said
revives
Dracula's blood
everyone.
on it.
Everyone that got killed at the support group gets revived, and that's why they're showing it.
Yeah, the picture of blood for that.
Yeah.
So, boys, overall thoughts of the movie.
Who's going first?
Favorite.
Corey, I want to hear Corey's.
No, you gotta
Corey's
save the best
review.
for last, baby. I started
Oh,
last
fuck.
one, you go this
All right,
time.
go ahead, Zuli. Go ahead.
It was fun. It was fun, but I didn't like the CGI bullshit. But it was fun. I think it should have committed to the rated R a lot harder. A 6 out of 10. It was fun.
6 out of 10 overall.
It was fun. I think Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult really brought it up.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun movie for story wise and like clever stuff, little side stuff that we talked about that they put in it. I gotta give the movie like a 9. For like the CGI, like we talked about, definitely goes down to like a 6. So overall, I give it like a 7, 7.5.
I agree with
overall
that.
movie, somewhere around there.
I'd say 7.
Because the story was great. The story was great. I love the story.
It
But
was
yeah,
as
the
goofy as it
CGI,
needed to be.
the CGI kind of killed it in some parts. So 7, 7.5.
And also the really shitty jokes from Aquafina.
Yeah, Aquafina was. They should have got somebody else.
Yeah.
Probably. First of all, your ideas for a sequel are all wrong. That's not the way we do things. It's cinematic universe these days, baby.
You just wait till 2029 when we're going to see
I'm gonna
Renfield
take
5.
I'm gonna take his score, by the way. I'm gonna go with 7.
No.
7.
Here's the thing: we don't get a Renfield 2 next. Now we get like the Wolfman movie in that universe, and then the Mummy in that universe. You have to do all the Universal monsters in the universe.
No, you got to do the Mummy sidekick. Who was that? Because he did Renfield. They didn't even do Dracula. They did Renfield.
Oh, we get.
They would do
who was the Wolfman?
No, we get the guy. Remember the guy from Brendan Fraser's Mummy who had all the charms and knew all the prayers? We get a movie about that guy.
Yeah.
That sucks though, because some of them don't have a boss. There's just like a little minion. There's just them, and they fuck things up.
Like
they gotta do
Frankenstein.
They gotta do a crossover.
Oh, Frankenstein would be evil.
Where they all come together and like go after Dracula when he heals.
He served Frankenstein, not the monster, and we're there for the monster.
Close enough.
I don't know. Frankenstein.
So score?
It's some retardation.
I do a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It's a good movie. Marred by Aquafina and bad CGI blood.
If I'm being honest, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought, the CGI in a little bit of areas didn't look the best. They used a rubber hand instead of a real one. That's
Or you told me you loved it
cool.
in the movie.
I thought it was a great movie. It's actually the best movie I've ever watched. No,
He's gonna get him a rubber hand to jack
I'm
off
so
with.
sorry.
No, it was a good movie, and I was gonna say I thought it didn't take itself too seriously. It had pretty decent pacing. I mean, how long was the movie?
It was like an hour and a half.
Okay, I was gonna say it felt like
movie.
an hour and a half.
It was around Mario.
But yeah, I was gonna say it was a good little movie. And so like final scores, I'd say I'd give it about maybe a 7 out of 10. But
That's
what I'd
it?
really give it is
where's the real rating?
3 finger chomps out of 5 support groups.
That's only 6. That's a 6 out of 10, Corey.
First of all, who the
3
hell?
out of 5 is 6 out of 10.
No, who the hell told Corey to give an actual real rating, like a human being?
We all did.
So I've been trying to follow closer to what my actual star set would do.
Which is what?
Give real reviews.
No. What is your actual star?
That's part of the mystery.
I told you mine. I'm a Sagittarius.
All right. I'm an Aquarius.
I don't know what any of that means because I don't study star signs.
It's the water one.
I think they're for retarded girls.
No, Aquarius is the water one. The same water that softens the potato.
The same water in
hardens the egg.
Avatar 2. Way of Water.
Yeah.
Look, so next week we're doing 2, right? We got
Power Renfield 2
Hold
is what
on,
we're doing.
stop. We're recording 2, but they're releasing on separate days. Calm down. Calm thyself. You about to announce 1, and they're gonna be like, "Why the fuck isn't it what he said?"
We're doing Power Rangers Once and Always. I think it's called the Netflix one that comes out on the 19th.
Yeah, what was it? Attack of Cocomelon?
Evil Dead Rise.
And Evil Dead Rise. We will actually have 2 different days next week. I think that we're posting. We're trying to get out there, trying to subscribe.
We're trying to subscribe?
Yeah,
What the fuck does that mean?
Corey, I need you to subscribe. We're trying to get subscribers. We need
Hey,
to
I have yet to subscribe.
Oh, goddamn.
Hey, if we get 100 subscribers, Corey will get a tattoo of Jenna Ortega.
Hey,
Do
next,
it.
yeah.
He won't. He's
So,
against inkers.
Y'all wouldn't know this because obviously there's no video yet. But we have 2 mics now. We're hoping in a month we can get a 3rd mic. And then eventually upgrade to 4. And then we all have our own mics.
It's almost like we're trying to be like real professional.
Corey.
We're also starting a 2nd channel.
We're not. It's all going on one channel. They've got to accept that I'm God in this.
Our
Not a
name
lot
will
of
be
people know
changing.
this either, but I actually have a YouTube channel where I sing and play the guitar. It's called Corey Acoustics. Y'all should check it out.
I will definitely check that out. I think we're going to change our name from Real Discussion to Real to Real. I think that name is great.
So,
Real tight.
We're going to start making merch. Shirts coming soon.
Somehow I'm not going to see a dime.
We're going to have an actual
it's
logo.
still called Real
We're
Discussion.
going to have an actual logo eventually.
Look at it this way. The podcast you're listening to now will now and forever be Real Discussion. The channel is changing its name to Real.
Hey, y'all want me to record us a little jingle outro?
I
Corey,
already
do
did
you
it.
have an ad? Corey, do you have an ad that you want to give us before we say goodnight?
Yeah, I do actually.
Give us an ad read, baby.
All right.
Join us next time as we review the Power Rangers.